obviously.
Everything we do is
When did that
scripted.
die?
What are you talking about?
So
when did that die?
scripted.
Clip it. When did that die? Fuck.
And I'll say avian.
Someone, what happened? Who did that?
What
was
in
my
the
fault.
Who
fuck?
did that? Who
That
did
was
that?
my fault. I was turning her down and hit the wrong button. That's totally my fault. I'm so sorry.
Did you just
I
boot
need
me?
that clipped now.
Did you just
Yeah.
boot me?
It was on accident.
Eddie?
If you're still in check, can you mark that timestamp?
Edward.
for somebody?
Everything we do is
When did that
scripted.
die?
What are you talking about?
So when did that die? Clip it. When did that die? Fuck.
And I'll say avian.
Someone. What happened? Who did that?
That
What
was my
in the
fault.
Who
fuck?
did that? Who
That
did
was
that?
my fault. I was turning her down and hit the wrong button. That's totally my fault. I'm so sorry.
Did you just
I
boot
need
me?
that clipped now.
Did you just
Yeah.
boot me?
It was on accident.
Eddie?
If you're still in chat.
I think you just
I
got
don't know
that
about
is.
this one. I don't know about this one.
Hello, people. Hi, Whimsy.
Out, Jeremy.
So now does he have to do?
Hello.
Thank you, Potats. Enjoy your bed, Potats. Hi, Maury. What's up, Dean? Welcome, everybody.
Look at Jake's face.
Everybody look at Jake's face again and
Everybody look at Jake's face.
just love it. Everybody just love
FBI.
it.
Not the first time.
We got him.
You guys have seen it, but
Look at it.
Got it.
Look at it, full cams.
Full cams
Bring
this time.
on partnership now.
4K.
Bring on the fanfic.
Bring on OnlyFans. What?
OnlyFans fanfiction.
See, now that he's on camera, we can get him onto our OnlyFans. That's the
No.
Jake, you
not
can
how
still
this
hold, you
works.
can hold the camera and still be credited on OnlyFans. It's a law.
Yeah, remember, you'll be the guy that's eating a donut that feeds the donut to the...
You be
I'm
the
fine
guy
with
that's
that. I'll be
surprised
the
how
cameraman.
far the finishing shot went and you thought you were out of range. Why did Potates get modded?
Aw.
Probably
Piece of cake,
caps.
stop spamming caps. Really? Whimsy, full cabs, yeah! Nah, and then Potates puts it up.
I'm mad because I don't even
extra
get to
time.
see what it was. Like, it doesn't show me this was banned. I wrote in
shows it
cap.
For me.
He wrote in
Yeah,
lies. How rude.
Write what you wrote,
it's
but
good.
in
I want.
smaller case.
Someone else getting modded makes you feel better. You have a mic, Nick.
I know, right? You can use
Stop typing.
I enjoy
Say words.
being part both of the chat and.
This is the time where you get to speak to chat.
What if I don't
Jake
feel
Dude
like
got a
speaking?
face.
What if I'd rather keep my mouth shut? Like sometimes you text someone rather than calling them, right? I just texted instead of called.
Everybody texts instead of calls except for you.
But you're still like on like FaceTime at the same
I
time.
text you
so
all
it's
the
weird.
time.
And I rarely reply.
Why don't you text
Well,
me all the time?
Ooh.
I actually don't have your phone number. I just realized.
I have his
Wow.
phone number before
I was
you.
about to say, I'm pretty
We
sure
have
I have
Discord.
his phone number.
We have Discord.
You're...
have a good night,
Hercules.
Potates. Have dreams of Jake's beautiful facet.
This beautiful face.
Have dreams
Show us a
of-
face
I've
really
not
quick.
just
I want to
met
see your
America.
dancing skills.
What?
Is a
What?
a real thing?
A chasse is.
Chasse.
It is
I don't know either.
Sachet.
The only thing I
Sachet.
do is non-ironic
Chasse.
Fortnite dancing.
Sachet.
Sachet. I was trying to be fancy with it, but you had to be a jerk.
Sachet.
It's chasse.
Sachet.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Edited Waited, chapter 38 of the Arcane Archives, a continuation of the new story arc that we will be going through. I hope everybody's having an amazing night. Potats have an amazing morning by the time
Morning.
we're done.
I hope you get more sleep.
Gonna learn while playing New World. Awesome! Make sure you level up, get to 25 so we can do raids.
Everybody spam
only
this game
16,
for
so
3
don't beat me
weeks
there.
and then
Yeah, I like the first. One of the first thing Maury says is, "We get it, Jake. You vape."
half of us are doing it on stream now.
He's
I-
gonna turn his cam off and on every time. He
Yeah.
I'm trying not to like blow it at the camera and
I'm just
That's
saying.
fine.
That's
be a
still-
little
Hey,
bit discreet.
Shay.
But
Right, you guys weren't in the same basement
woke
as
up.
him, as he was just smoking us out. Not
it
really.
was only a little bit smoky.
She
you know?
took
Fat
a.
what is
nap.
it, what did I do?
Was that a Freudian sleep? Do you mean catnap? Okay, C and F are really close.
Blow it at your fan.
Fat nap.
Just
Number
blow,
one fan.
blow right at your
My
fan.
fan
Number
is
one
like
fan.
up there, so
Yeah, just in the air. Then behind you will
Blows
see a
it- blows it like
cyclone.
that.
Before you blow it
Thick
upwards, when you
nap.
say
Thick nap.
Thick nap.
Fans.
See, it wasn't fat. She said no fat.
No fat. I took a fat nap.
No,
Fan, stop bully.
She said no. Fat.
stop,
I love that. You're a bully.
stop bullying cubes.
Bully.
alright? Quit being
I love
bullying
that. I'm
cubes.
using that. Well, without further ado, Jeremy.
Hello, all you beautiful people, to the Arcane Archives. We are a collective of creative curators that pour our passions into the fine game of Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D!
Jesus,
What? Sorry that I have
Everything
hype.
I forgot about
Wait
that.
hey, sweet. You know, there's a momentum going. You guys are just like, hey, I'm gonna poop.
Welcome to my world.
Step in it.
That was Anthony's payback. Sorry.
Yo, momentum.
Good. Anyway.
If you want to see all the lovely
Macy's
artwork
dies.
and all the videography and all the fun stuff that we are doing that we can't constantly pump into the stream, we have a fine Instagram that Jess is now taking over to make sure that all of your content needs are met between the minis we painted for our in-person one-shot, the battle maps, art by our good friend Shay and Jess, of course. Animated items that the characters hold, snippets of songs, behind-the-scene videos from all of the production that we've been doing and stuff for the live stream. And all of the stuff that you see here is backlogged to our YouTube. We can find all of our one-shots, all of the chapters of Falbion, of course, the Ink and Well, and the Arcane Archive soundtrack, of course, that you are more than welcome to use in your own streams if you find it suitable. Other than the Instagram and YouTube, we have a Twitter. If that's more of your social media vibe, we will be alerted every time we go live, and that's about it we use that for so far. Alongside the Twitter, the YouTube, and the Instagram, we have a website, www.thearcanearchives.com, where you can also find all of the episodes conveniently and neatly packaged with the same abilities to comment and tell us what you liked about it, tell us what you didn't like about it, help us improve. We are here because of you guys, and we want to make this thing amazing. And you've already helped us so far to where we are now. Where are the middle fingers going? Everybody, this is serious pitch. Besides the Instagram, the YouTube, the Twitter, and the website, we have a community Discord where we are almost 24/7 in at some point. We have a lot of different channels as far as, like, we have art drops where good friends of ours are dropping their art for their campaigns. We have announcement channels and stuff where you can find out when Instagram posts go up, whenever we're going to be playing a game. And so hop into our Discord and give yourself the notification roll for whatever you want. That way you will be pinged every time something is happening. But we are constantly playing games in the open chats and stuff like that, so we'd love for you to come and hang out. And we also use a Discord for stuff like Exploring the Archives, where we put in the vote for who you want to talk to, because every Wednesday after the stream we have Exploring the Archives, where we pick the brains of the characters and the players, as well as the DM, to figure out what is going through our sadistic minds when we decide to pick the lock of a level 20 person that may be implicated in the Paul Syndicate. So, lots of things you can get your your AA fix. And all of those links are right below the screen. Quick click, give a follow, do a subscribe, hit the bell, and join the Spork Army.
The Spork
The end.
Army. At the end.
Yeah.
Thank you, God.
Did you just thank yourself?
Thank you,
Nope.
God.
I know.
Percules? Percules? Perculator. Thank you for
We
the
need
follow.
a Hercules in the Spork Army.
Thank you for the follow.
Hercules in the Spork Army.
Hope you're doing great. Boogle. That's a
Boggle.
Boogle. I think a burger bagel could be kosher, but a cheeseburger bagel is not good.
Oh my goodness. Let's do it.
What?
What are we waiting for? Oh,
I'm talking to chat.
we just got the momentum going, and then everybody's just like,
What's wrong with this
Yeah,
burger bagel? I gotta figure
I
this
thanked
out.
the person that
We're
followed
talking
us
about
and talked to the
burger
person who talked in chat. What? Trayvon?
Just went on
Hey,
a
fam.
very
Wait,
long
Why
thing.
is a cheeseburger bagel worse than a?
I think that would be better.
Yeah.
Well, this.
How it's, they get the breakfast sandwiches.
Thank you, Bree Rabbit, for the follow.
Thanks.
It's the burger bagel talk. It's
Thank
bringing
you.
the people in.
It's bringing the people in. That's what they're here for, burger
what
bagels.
the people want.
Well, with it's delicious, but cheeseburgers can't be kosher. That's true.
that is
With
true. Unless you get a
unless you
cheeseburger
blessed by a rabbi. Burn. Well, without further ado, let's hop into this week's chapter of the Arcane Archives.
Hey.
And we are back. And so is Nick. Perfect timing. It's alright. And we're back. So, in the last chapter of the Arcane Archives, the collective had returned after 2 weeks of downtime, including relaxation and, for some, adventures for others. The collective have been welcomed to a party thrown by House Vunra that had most of Uthran invited, as well as the collective being the guests of honor. The collective took some time to invite their own guests, including the smith Yusuf that Cthulhu spent a deal of time with, a local furniture maker that June had a run-in with, some of Zio's old childhood friends, and Uridin even went and found himself a date. Most notable of the guests would be Ecclesias's mentor, Master William Vale, as June waited for Kane to arrive with the contact that had information about what happened to June's home. Kane did eventually arrive, but with a new guest, an elegant elven woman with long blonde hair and gleaming green eyes. This guest was revealed to be June's old mentor, Miara, who turns out is now a part of the Esoteric Assembly. In Miara's time being with the Assembly, she managed to procure a legendary magical item, a staff that had the ability to somehow detect magic. She used this power some time ago in June's old home to find out that the area had been magically stripped of the weave, the magic fibers that connect life, matter, and all casters are able to use their magic with it. June confused on what to do, but was instructed by Miara that now that she knows what she is looking for, she should investigate this anomaly and repair the damage that might be able to restore June's home to what it once was. After Uridin slinking away, looking into some oddities in Zio's room and trying to break into Kane's room, even though Kane was alerted to the fact, as Uridin quickly made his way back to the group without Kane knowing, that is around where we ended the session. We will pick up our adventure the next morning, after the party at the Vunra estate. Today, being the 15th of Bloom, is a particularly cold and rainy day in spring. There's an overly strong breeze that is coming off of the western coast, making the coastal city even more bitter today. Ecclesias, we will open with you. As you're taking a long walk from Vunra Manor down to the Ithranian chapter of the Esoteric Assembly with Master William Vale. On this walk, once you get off of the top of the hill that the Vunra estate is on, the buildings blocking most of that bitter breeze that makes it a little more livable inside the city and not as bitter. As you are escorting Master Vale as he plans to leave, what would you like to do?
Master Vale, before you leave, can I pick your brain?
Of course, yes, Ecclesias.
This Miara. What do you know of her? Do you trust her?
Well, I met her for the first time yesterday, or last night. I did not know of her, other than I guess that she had that staff. I heard about it a few months ago, that someone found it, and it was purchased, but I did not know who had done it, or found it. So that mystery being solved, but other than that, I do not know her.
And these past couple of weeks, the information that I gave you, do you have any thoughts about this and how I should proceed forward? How we should proceed forward if the collective is implicating the assembly nefarious criminals?
As you are walking along the strip that eventually leads to the Thronian chapter of the assembly, he stops and he puts his hand on your shoulder, and he kind of looks around, and there's an alleyway that he kind of takes you into, not far, but just off of the path. And he looks around, and there's a couple potted plants there, and he looks you in the eye, and he puts his hand on your shoulder. Now, last time we spoke, I apologize for not being more forthcoming with information, and it was always my intention to not put you in danger, but it is proving that without information you are managing yourself and with the rest of the group potentially putting yourself in danger. So I want to apologize.
Just gonna go down.
So I apologize. That is my fault and my burden to bear. But I want to let you know. He looks at the plant and he sparks a little bit of a flame in his fingertips, and the darkness of the alleyway, still being in the morning, light not exactly hitting it being overcast, so the alleyway is fairly dark. And he puts the flame over near the plants, and you see these dampened plants as they start to have a little bit of life rejuvenated to them as they dry up, and he goes, Ecclesius, look at this plant, for instance. As you see, I am producing it with warmth and with light. But look behind the plant, and what do you see?
I see shadows dancing on the brick wall.
Exactly. With every bit of light that is cast, or light that is out there is always shadows to follow. And he extinguishes the flame. This is no different for any guild or any one person who's doing good. You may be helping the poor here, but stripping someone else of something over here. My point being is, there is darkness within the assembly itself. Everywhere there will be darkness, but what is more important is that the light is what shines brighter.
I have in my readings that the brighter the light, the darker the shadow, and if there are these dancing shadows in the light, does the flame know that it casts such darkness? I suppose what I am clumsily trying to ask you is, how do we know that we are not the shadow?
He takes a moment and he thinks, and he kind of walks back out to the mouth of the alleyway, and he leans on the wall. The overhang, the two buildings are overhanging, and there's kind of a stream of, not heavy, but a slow trickle of water that's kind of separating you from him as he's leaning on one side of the alley and you're on the other. That is a very great question. And he looks at you, and one I am afraid that I am not able to answer. I would think that the only person that would truly know is the person doing an action or taking a step. You know what's true to your heart, and you'll never know what's true to others, no matter how much you trust them. But I believe those within our ranks that are doing great deeds, you among them, will eventually be able to snuff out any darkness that should dance behind the light.
Thank you, Master Vale. The only reason why I ask this, because I trust you with my life. After all, when you pulled me from the serpent's sword, I thought I had found hope in a new family. And now that my clairvoyance has been clouded by the doubts of others, is it okay to doubt the assembly? Is it okay to ask these questions, or should I only confine with you?
You always want to ask questions, Ecclesius. Never stop. If you stop asking questions, you'll never find answers. That being said, it is a very thin line on who you should trust and who you shouldn't. Not in the assembly itself, but in life in general. And that is what shows someone's character, is who they choose to be around and surround themselves with. In terms of specifics to the assembly, you can always trust me, of course. But I would not doubt what people are telling you in terms of who is from the assembly. If you go around and you don't trust or you do not believe anyone you speak from the assembly, then what matter or reason should you be with it at all?
I need to confess something to you, Master.
And
What was that?
Ecclesias's ears kind of go down, even though my hood's up. You can see the hump go.
I feel as if I've committed treason of sorts, and after the following, I understand if you do not see me fit to be your apprentice anymore, but these doubts and this confusion has ravaged my brain, and these past few weeks I have not gotten much sleep. In fact, in order to push through these late nights, I've returned to the drink, and I told myself I'd swear it off, but it gave me clarity to disguise myself in order to spy on fellow members of the assembly. And where I don't feel good about this, it felt right. Does this make any sense? And of course, no one would have known it was me. I assumed an identity that I haven't done in a while. But why do I feel pain to tell you this, but also feel as if it was right to do it in the first place?
Well, while I am saddened to hear that you've returned to your drink, I hope that you do not return fully to what that can lead to. And I hope you find your way back to the path that I've set you on. In terms of your, to quote you, treason, again, it is good to be curious, but sometimes you need to wait for an opportune moment and make sure that you do not do something incredibly stupid.
Ecclesias's eyes get a little watery.
Now that I have chosen to get in contact with my past life, if this is a stupid decision and can't protect myself, will you protect me, Master Vale?
And at this point, as the water's still kind of trickling in between you, he takes a step over through the water, so he's right next to you, and he kind of moves you so he's in front. Ecclesias, I would not have taken you on and brought you into this life had I not intended to protect you under any circumstance. But you need to be aware of your own choices, and you need to be aware of your own mortality. And you need to know that choices like this could potentially put you into water that I cannot fish you from. No matter how hard I try, I will always be there to protect you.
Thank you, Master Vale. I will do my best to make you proud, and not make you regret the decision to pluck me from that shanty town you found me in. I will do right by you. I won't go further into finding things on the assembly without your permission, because I feel that this might be a stupid decision, even though it felt right to do it. I still have not told my friends either. I don't know if they would trust me.
He peeks his head out of the alleyway now, and he kind of sticks his hand out, and he feels the rain, and he puts his hood back up, and he turns to you. Now, I may be your mentor, but I am not your owner. You can do what you like. Just think before you do. And remember, opportune moments. Let's go, though. We're late.
And I will follow his lead.
All right. As you both head there, and you reminisce about some of the adventures you've had, you have some laughs on the way. As you go into the assembly, he brings you to the lounge, and you guys share a small breakfast together. He puts forth the electrum, and he gets very modest food that seems to be pretty low end. And what would you get for breakfast, food-wise?
I would have a sugar water, and I would try to follow him, like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and just
Okay.
oh yeah. Maybe just like a non-fancy fish.
Yeah, and as you're eating a probably poorly prepared fish or something that is not even prepared that yet that you end up having to do, and he says, I came here once. I got myself a very luscious piece of mutton and a very gorgeous wine until I found out how they're procured. I try to keep things simple here from then on.
I agree. I tried to stop my friend Alar from taking the pancakes. I tried to make sure that he did not steal no more pancakes because they were not his. And I don't know how the assembly gets away with this. This is it's just stealing.
Yes, it is, but unfortunately, magic allows you to break some rules.
Well,
I'll finish up my breakfast.
now when you leave, and I am so appreciative that you came to the party. It was nice to do a little bit of magic for our friends. But where will you go?
Well, I have to travel to the other side of Albion. There are some items that I have been tasked to seek out. But I shouldn't be there too long. They seem relatively simple. And there's some matters that I need to look into myself to make sure that you're staying safe.
I'll lean in.
Are any of these items artifacts?
No, nothing so serious. If there were, that you would know about them not only from me, but from other members as well. Something of that magnitude is hard to keep under wraps.
Speaking of large investments in items, I did a small commission for the assembly where I procured an unknown item for Atticus Bell, and he paid in an arcane locked chest that had over 100 electrum in it. This was much more substantial than I am used to. Should I put this curiosity out of my mind, or should I keep that ear open?
As he takes a drink, he puts a cup down. Would you also like to know of the 2,000 electrum item that was sold maybe not a week ago? Or an Ennead ago? Or how about an item that was sold for dozens upon dozens 2 months from now? Items are bought and sold very frequently with our assembly.
I understand. Curiosity is a sharp knife when pointed in the right direction, but can cut you if not properly handled.
Yes, it can kill the cat. Anyway.
Before you go, can I get your honest opinion on something?
Of course.
I wipe my mouth off and
Do you trust in the collective? Do you trust in my companions? Has your opinion changed since I last asked you this?
I do not know your companions, but I know you. I would trust your decision on who you keep around you.
Thank you for your opinions. I do trust them. I just, you know me, I always need to have an out. And if I cannot convince them of my light, then I might have to find myself out. But I won't take up any more of your time, Master Rivera. You've been more than gracious.
As you both leave and as you stand, the chairs disappear and the electrum fades from the center as your items disappear. As you both head up to one of the upper floors, as he steps on a arcane runed circle, which you understand to be a teleportation circle. As he steps on and you step a couple feet back as he turns to look at you. Ecclesius, you spent most of your young life looking behind you always. Maybe you spend a little bit of time looking forward. And like I said, wait for the opportune moment. As he gives you a wink, and the runes, as his visage from top to bottom, as he teleports off.
I will sit there in contemplation for a moment, and then I will make my way back to where I assume the rest of the collective would be.
Okay. So as you head back up to what would be the Vundra Manor, Zio, as you have awoken early, because you know Kane is heading out with Miara to the city of Celeria, as you wake and you look around, most of the evidence of the party from the night before has already been cleaned. Had you not been looking for any evidence, you would never know that there was a party here in the first place. You have some time alone with Kane as you're reminiscing about the old days inside your old training room, and making jokes and remembering funny tales of your old life before leaving home. As Kane finishes one particularly funny story of him falling into the fountain in the market square, as your labs turn down to lulls, what would you like to do?
So, what's in Celeria?
Well, I don't quite know. I'm following Miara at this point. I know that she has a meeting with, I believe, I don't know, some fancy to-do that looks into everyone else's business. I believe his last name's Ekron.
Oh. Yeah, that must be Chester. Sounds.
I believe so,
familiar.
yes. That sounds like
Yeah.
the name. I'm not too sure. As once to you, more of a guard now.
Well, watch your back around that one. Yeah, just
Chester.
keep an eye out. Yeah, Chester. And Miara, too. You never know. I guess you would know, but...
That one I may. Why should I look out for Ekron? Interesting one?
Yeah, quite interesting. Very skilled in what he does. Very cunning mind. He's the one that originally blames Lord Nudal's death on us in order to get us to solve the mystery for him.
So he thinks.
Yeah, he's a thinker.
That could be dangerous. I'll make sure to keep my wits, what left are around, about me.
Good.
So, do you all plan to return back to June's home?
That is the plan. I've been led to believe correctly.
And where do you plan to go after that? Where shall I find you?
Well, if you're sticking with Miara and knowing that she's the one who trained June, it shouldn't be too difficult to stay in touch. You can have her send us a message, or I can send you a message through June.
Very well. He looks around the hall. I never regretted working for your family. Provided a lot, and I'm happy with the decision. But I will not miss this place.
It's not so bad here.
It's lavish, but does not fit me.
Never really has it?
No. But then again, nowhere really has. He stands up and he kind of taps you on the shoulder. Come on, kid. Let's go find June and Miara.
Alright. I'll stand up and follow him.
Alright. June. As you and Miara are enjoying a breakfast in Miara's room, you see just a bit of sunlight try to peek through the window before it is cast over by thicker clouds and rain. Miara emphasizes how proud of you she is and how happy she is to see you have been, or the woman that you have become. As you finish your breakfast and start to reminisce on the old life with your mentor, what would you like to do?
I picture us both like sitting on the bed, sleepover style.
Sure.
I kind of lean forward and just say, I didn't... When we left, you said you had business on the east. I guess how did that go, and how did you end up with the assembly?
Well, those are two very long stories, but to simplify the first, my business went well. A couple eggs needed to be cracked, but all's well that ended well. In terms of the assembly, that was a chance meeting. After running back in with Kane not too long ago, really a chance encounter. I ran into a Master Uban as I was looking for an item, and the piece fit for me to fit inside of the assembly.
I believe Master Ban was the one that Ecclesius and the rest of us met at the assembly's branch in this town.
Yes, quite scatterbrained and doesn't seem to be grounded, but a good soul.
I have never heard you talk about Kane.
No, you have not.
How long have you known him?
How old are you now, child?
26.
Better part of 2 decades now? Probably just before you or your new companion Zio were born.
So, after all of our visits, while I was growing up and the several years we spent together, why no mention of this person?
Because the past was the past. And while they were fond memories and ones that helped me grow, I was more interested in helping you grow.
He didn't do anything, did he?
What?
Like, he didn't do anything to hurt you. Like, he wasn't a jerk or something like that.
Of course not. I would not be with him now, nor would he be with all of us ever, if that were the case.
How did you run into him again?
Well, shortly after you leaving, and what seems to be shortly after Zio venturing off, we actually ran into each other here in Uthran, when he was leaving. We reminisced. We had common interests. Traveled for a bit, and then when he was meeting up with me in Freyas, we were supposed to continue. But he let me know of some details, and running into all of you. Did not know at the time that you were among the party.
I also didn't know that you were in Freyas while I was there. Makes me feel kind of silly that we didn't cross paths.
No, 2 sides
Did
to
you
every
meet
stone.
Tajit?
I'm sorry?
Did you meet Tajit?
I don't know the name. What did he look like?
He was a younger guy. What I remember most about him is that he had a very extravagant dagger. And a nice little trick that he could do where he could pull out an eye or an ear and spy on people.
There were some new recruits coming in as I was going. I'm not really a member of the college, so I don't know the ins and outs, but vaguely. No one in particular that I remember.
What were you doing at the college? I've heard it's quite small.
Yes. Their, what would be, headmaster was looking for something, and I was their procurement.
I also heard a rumor about a larger mage school, per se, in the north. Have you heard anything about that?
I've heard about the idea of one. Actually, one that the head of the Esoteric Assembly wishes to apparate. But none that I'm aware of. That may just be a goal or an aspiration.
Have you met the head of the assembly?
I have not, no. To my understanding, he is... Imagine how busy you and I are. and now
Sure.
make our problems his, and times that by a multiplication that I can't even fathom because I'm not good at math.
Wizards don't have to be good at math.
No. But, either way, I have not. I've heard that he is a very kind man.
Miara, along my travels, I mean, you left me at a very low point, and I was alone for a couple years after that. And then I found the collective, and since traveling with them, we've sort of found ourselves in the middle of some things we never thought we would be a part of. Along with that, I feel like I need to tell you that there is some suspicion with the assembly, if not as a whole, at least as for some members. I won't go into all the details of everything that I know, but I trust you and I just want you to be careful. I know that your part with this group hasn't been for very long. And I hope that you can trust me too, if there's anything that you feel like is going wrong.
Well, thank you for your concern, and should anything arise, I shall let you know, and I do very much appreciate your care. I will say that just remember to breathe, June. Focus on your emotions at the right time, and not what you're going to feel in the future, or what you felt in the past, but what you feel now, and what the weave lets you feel now.
Do you think that I should tell them?
Tell them what? About you?
Yes.
Do you trust them?
Yes.
And do you think that they'd be in danger if they don't know?
None that I'm aware of.
Well, I'd say that if you think the information is important, because you need to know where you came from to know where you're going, then I would say the people you trust most should be the ones that have that information in their holding.
I think you're right, and I've been thinking about it for a while. A lot of the other members of the group have shared some personal things of where they came from before we all met. And part of me feels like it's only fair that I share this part of myself. It's just hard when I grew up being told to tell no one.
You shouldn't tell those of small minds and stature. Not to insult your family or your friends, but the grandeur that they sought is much smaller than the grandeur that you will achieve without even seeking it. It is safe within the minds of those who can do good with the power you all have, but can scare those who do not understand it.
I feel like my only chances of doing any grandeur are all owed to you. I wouldn't know anything without you.
I may have began a path, but you're the one that has cobbled it up until now.
I don't really want you to go.
And she puts her hand on yours. Nor do I want to go. But we are Do you believe we'll see each other again?
I would like to believe that. Are you able to send messages long distance? Ecclesius can do it, but I don't know how.
Yes, I do have that ability.
Will you keep in touch, please?
I'll check in more often. And make sure that your friend tells me what your goings-on are.
Where are you headed to now?
Well, I believe Kane and I have a date in Solaria, the city itself.
Oh. I think we've spent a decent amount of time there. What are you guys doing?
I have a meeting and council with a Lord Chester Ekron, I believe.
Oh. Oh, Chester.
You've met?
Oh, yes. Initially, he tried to accuse myself and the rest of the collective for a murder in order to get us to investigate it for him.
That is quite genius.
After that, yeah, well, kudos to him, I suppose. After that, he has been a good source of information and connections. He is the one that connected us to Ecclesius. He's the one that gave us the tip about the mayor missing in Freyas. What are you going there to meet with him about?
Unfortunately, that's assembly business and something I cannot speak on. But I'm sure that once it's completed, I'll be able to give you more details. What about
So
you? Would you like to wish to return home?
I think that with the information that you've given me, if you believe that there is something for me to find there, then that's where I will start. And I hope that the rest of them will come with me.
I'm sure they will. They seem like their love for you is endless. Well, maybe not endless. I don't know them that well. But it does seem that they care very much for you.
We've been through a lot together.
And the story has only started.
Are you going with Kane to Solaria?
I am. He is my escort of sorts.
Back in the day, was it just the two of you, or did you have companions like I do?
Well, we've mentioned that I think Lord Vunra has met Isaac. He traveled with us for a small stint.
Did you guys have a name?
A
Like
name?
we do.
Oh, for our group?
Uh-huh.
No, unfortunately we did not. Our story was not as grand as yours, and ended a lot earlier than I believe yours shall. But maybe I should come up with one. Might be fun for a birthday gift.
Maybe you should.
As she stands up and she kind of pulls your hands so you stand up as well. Well, why don't we go find Kane and what I can assume to be Lord Vunra, and we'll begin to head off.
Perhaps we should. And then in her mind, as I just look at her, be careful with Kane, please.
She puts her hand on your face. You know I don't like that.
Doesn't mean I won't stop doing it.
As she turns and you both gather your things and begin to exit. Collective. As those were happening, was there anything predominantly that you guys would wish to do inside the Vunra Manor? You guys are in your bedrooms. Anything of small note?
I would pray in the morning.
Okay.
I try to snag like one of I imagine they have like pretty nice sheets and like a pillow.
Yep.
I probably like shove some of that into my bag.
Okay. Yeah, you can put into your bag of holding that you have Vunra sleep or bedwear.
I would actually
A blanket and a pill.
There's time to hit up a alchemist or something. I want a health potion shop.
Sure. I believe you bought some on your downtime.
Did I?
If we want, we can say you did that on your downtime. If you want, they're 50 gold piece a pop, so just however many you want.
Get 50 gold pieces.
Yes.
4. I would get 4.
4? 200 gold. Very well. So you did that on your downtime. Alar?
So in addition to saying my morning prayer, I would also try and, last time I was in the Vunra Manor, I tried drawing the mountain ranges. This time around, I'm going to try and draw the faces of each of the collective. Obviously not including myself.
Very well. Spend a little while doing that. Yes?
I actually have a prayer that I created.
Okay. Should you
that I
wish
was
to?
gonna
Yeah.
say.
If you want to share, go ahead.
Yes. So Erden sets up his storm arrow, probably just like at the edge of the bed, and he kneels before it. He closes his eyes and he sits there and he says, "Whoever appeals to the law against his fellow man is either a fool or a coward. Whoever cannot take care of himself without that law is both. For a wounded man shall say to his assailant, 'If I live, I will kill you. If I die, you are forgiven. Such is the rule of honor.'" And he bows and he takes his arrow, puts it back, gets ready for the day.
Very well. Awesome. Cthulhu?
This might be lofty, but I'm gonna try and go figure out what supplies would be needed to write spells down on paper, and if I could find a spell book that is maybe a little bit more decorative and fancy.
Sure. A spell book is just you writing down any sort of incantations with spells. It takes 50 gold pieces per level worth of special chalks and incense that you need to copy down. So you could take some time if you wanted to go and try to seek that out. You might not have enough time right now, though.
I'd be a little bit late. Would everybody be mad if I was late to the party?
You can write down... Let me ask you this. What is your intention? Because paladins don't need to do that.
Yeah, I know paladins don't need to do that, but wizards do. I wanted to go find a pretty decorative book that has an owl and a moon on it.
If you're looking for something that specific, it's probably going to be a custom order, so you know you won't even get it today.
Ah. Okay, well then I will go and try to buy 100 gold pieces worth of something, or of the incense and...
Sure, we'll say that you can go maybe to the assembly.
Okay.
And this might be one of the very few things that keep them with a gold in their pocket instead of electrum. Yeah, they can send you... you have 100 gold pieces worth of chalk or rare chalks and incense, which we'll be able to put into a book with 2 spell levels.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I do, and I start heading back.
Very well. So, as all of you come back together, standing inside the Vunra portal room, Kane, all right, well, if there's nothing else, everyone step on. We are taking a trip to Summit's Peak.
You're
All
very
right.
business.
So as you all
Don't
step...
to plug my nose.
I hold his hand.
As you all step on the teleportation circle, and the runes light up as you all feel that wafting through water motion. Lighter this time, not as heavy. Seems like your body is getting used to the effects a little bit more. But as you into Summit's Peak, that rush of landing still kind of hits you in the stomach, like going down a roller coaster. As you all stand there, and Kane and Miara escort you down to the still sealed door of Summit's Peak. As you're all outside, Kane, saying his goodbyes, shakes your hand, Zio, and brings you in for a hug as he goes, "Be safe, kid. And I'd be in a lot of trouble if anything happened to that one." And points to June. "Keep her safe."
I will. You should probably do the same.
Yeah, I'd probably be in a lot of trouble if anyone happened to that one. I really need to pick my companions differently. Because it
Started with
Seems like
you.
you've done pretty good so far.
Dodge.
Bunch of squishy wizards.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon.
Should you need anything, tell Ecclesias to get in hold of me.
Yeah.
I walk up and hand out I'll put a paw out for a handshake.
Thank
Shakes-
you, Kane, for again for everything. Safe travels, and if need be, we will be in touch.
Very well, and of course, anytime. I'm glad to have helped not only you, but Miara and June. He goes over to Alar, walks up. Well, man of few southern words, it was nice to somewhat get to know you. And I wish you well, and hope that one day you do return to your clan and find homestead with them.
In Elvish, I reply, a few southern words, that is correct. Pleasure to meet you, Kane, as always.
He gives you a firm handshake, walks over to Cthulhu. Well, again, we didn't get to know each
Can you
other.
understand that? Sorry.
Seems like he did.
He's just
He's
I
like,
was joking.
all right, and leaves. Walks up to Cthulhu. Well, I hope that your path on Foltus's journey continues to be strong and guided by light. And he extends a hand out to shake your hand.
And I shake his hand. Give him a nod.
And he walks over to Uridin, and he extends a hand out.
Grasp it.
And he kind of brings you in for an embrace. Do you reject or accept?
I accept.
And as he brings you in, he goes, I wish you luck. Make sure not to trip any of your friends on the way.
I give him a smirk, and I say, "Oh, your scabbard looks a little different today."
Yes,
Ooh.
new one. Old one was a bit ratty.
Wear and tear, huh?
I wish you luck, Uridin. Make sure you're safe, as well as the collective.
Yes, you as well.
Kane will remember that.
As he walks,
will
as
remember.
at this point he'd be meeting up with Miara, but as Miara goes up to June, and she gives you a very strong embrace. She does the rock thing. Yeah. Be safe. Make sure that you keep Lord Vonra safe. I wouldn't hear the end of it. Actually, yeah, I probably wouldn't hear the end of it. But stay safe, June. And if you need anything, please do not hesitate.
I'll do my best. As far as where we go now, any advice?
Stick to the water. It's safer. It'll be melting along the way. As you get farther up north, it'll be colder, but as the days pass, so will the weather.
Any advice for when I get there?
Believe in yourself and trust in your intuition.
I'll do my best. Make you proud.
You always will. She gives you a hug and a kiss on the cheek as she goes over to Cthulhu. We didn't get too much time to chat, but I am glad that June has you in her company.
Give her a slight bow.
She goes over to Uridin. Again, you were not there for most of the party, but I am glad that I met you and we have been able to discuss. It is very fascinating that you follow Cord. You're muted. Make sure you have something in your throat.
I was caught off guard.
It's okay.
No, thank you. Yes, Cord, I hope guides me well. And yeah, I was trying to find the girl that I brought, and it didn't go very well.
Oh, that's upsetting. Well, maybe next time. What was her name? Aniva?
Yeah.
Oh, well, based on that reaction, maybe not go look her up next time when you're in a throne.
I don't think that's gonna go over well. So I tried, and it is what it is.
Very well. She goes to
It is what it is.
goes to Ecclesias. I am very honored to be able to be part of the guild that you hold so dear, and thank you for your welcome.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Miara, and congratulations on your ascension to Master. I hope to be one someday myself.
I'm sure that you will, and I could not think of anyone else that would be greater for the position.
If a cat could blush.
Safe travels, and hopefully sooner than later, our next meeting.
Yes, hopefully sooner than another 4 years. Goes over to Alar. Now, you and I didn't get to speak much, but I know that you're from the north, as you said multiple times last night. I hope to one day learn more of your customs and get to know of this northern speak that you hold so dear.
Thank you, and I hope to learn more about the embarrassing things that June has done as a child.
And trust me, I really enjoy being able to share those stories. And in fact, there's not enough time, but one day.
Safe travels.
Thank you. You as well. And last but not least, goes to Zio. Lord Vunra, thank you again for your hospitality and letting me enjoy that lavish party. I don't think I've ever been to one that large, nor do I ever think I'll be at one again.
Well, you are, of course, very welcome. And next time I happen to be in town and we have one, I'm sure a message might be sent out. But it was very lovely to meet a travel companion of Kane's and another member of Ecclesia's assembly.
The pleasure was all mine, and I would tell you make sure you keep June safe, but that would mean that I don't believe that she could herself, so stay safe yourself. Wait.
Thanks. I got that. I'll keep her safe.
She looks at Kane, and Kane gives her a thumbs up. Thank you again, Lord Vunra.
Did the DM just fail his charisma throw?
Fail it and then instantly regret or instantly realize his failure. As they head back in with one last waving glance back into the building of Summit's Peak, as you see the shimmer go over the door. As before you all leave, you see the light at the top, well, the second to the top room, as you see the blue, as you know that they have teleported away. Collective, as you are left at Summit's Peak, and now you are to begin heading north. The trip being about 2 weeks long. Before you set out, is there any conversations or anything you'd like to do as you're at the bottom of Summit's Peak?
June, I got you a little gift, and I take out the 2 levels worth of incense, chalk, and all that. I thought you might want it because you might miss your master, so... Or not master, but teacher. I don't know. There's too many terms for people that are above you. But
I guess I would refer to her as a mentor, and I'll reach out for all of the stuff.
Very well.
Here you go.
That was very thoughtful of you, Cthulhu, and this will all come...
Hopefully it makes
things
it
I
where I
need.
won't die, honestly. I'm
Since you
using this for
also-
my benefit, so I don't look so sappy.
Since you also wear
I give him a hug.
tissue for clothing, I got you this, and I hand her 1 health potion.
What's your armor? Some silk.
Yeah. And then I turn around to Zio and I say, you are usually up in front and don't have magics that heal yourself, but only fire magic, so you get 1 too. Here you go.
Thank you, but please hold on to it for yourself. I got a couple while I was out. And plus you are by yourself most of the time, so...
But I mean, I'm a distance away. Trust me, my main thing is like not getting hit at all.
Well, just in case that, something does hit you. Maybe, because Ecclesias tends to need to be able to be very close to heal you at all. And Cthulhu is usually very close to wherever the action is. So
And also, you didn't look
Damn
very
right.
good our last encounter.
that
Talking to me?
is true.
Mhm.
What do you mean? I look good every fight.
You got
Keep the
I don't
abolished
think
by a bunch
much
of
of us.
shadows.
Listen, shadows aren't normally things that we fight.
Lately,
That's
I
true.
don't know what the fuck we're gonna fight here. It's a bunch
Why
of
do we
weave
always
magic and
assume
shit.
we're going to be fighting? What is it with you all?
We're the
If
collective.
Well,
somebody-
Clesius, we don't know what the fuck we're going into, to be honest.
Why do you have a
That's
true.
steak knife?
I don't know. It's fun to play with.
I
ADHD is a
have a
bitch,
steak
okay?
Speaking of knowing what we're going into, I
No, we
actually
don't.
I might have learned a little bit, anyways, during our downtime. Well, one, I ran into a dragon, but I
What?
don't think that's all that.
Yeah, we
crazy.
haven't talked about this yet.
Yes,
What
I
the
have
fuck?
never seen a dragon.
Yeah, why are we not talking about this dragon? That's ridiculous.
Well, it was sleeping, and I didn't talk to it because it was sleeping, and I walked away.
Okay, who
What
else
color
did
was
drugs while we were gone? Because he obviously was high out of his fucking
On a
mind.
more important note,
Uh,
one thing when I was asking around, I believe it was the Fighters Guild. Was that where I was asking around? Yeah. When I was asking around the Fighters Guild, I was asking about both my clan, of which I learned nothing, and about just the general status of the North. And, there was word about a large Goliath herd, and it was led by someone named Wrecker, and it was called the Herd of Fury. So, I would, we should be cautious to avoid that. Goliaths, well, we all know now, they can be quite, violent.
Would they be down this far south?
I don't know, but we are heading northwards, and that's where they said they were. I hope they will not be near where we will be. I believe my clan is closer to your hometown than anywhere else we've been. So hopefully they are not near here.
So
I'd
maybe
pull out my map of Uthron, the kingdom of Uthron. So whereabouts would it be?
I wave my hand over the entire map.
so
Point above the
You
map
are
where it.
an absolute dumbass.
Yeah, I
That
should have
close enough.
asked. I should have asked for someone to point to things on a map.
So this still doesn't answer the dragon question, though.
Yeah, how are we glossing over that?
He was
A dragon.
on drugs. I
Oh,
promise you.
so as you know,
I didn't see
because I
that.
left a note on my windshield saying I'd be gone for 9 days.
I never
What
went to
is
check
this
on you, I'm really honest.
windshield? Did you also
Well, I knew you
procure
were
no
gone.
armor?
My window. Sorry, my window. Anyways, so I was walking in the forest for the wilderness for 9 days, and there was a dragon sleeping, and I saw it, and I said, "No, not today," and then I walked away.
I cannot
How
believe
big
we
was
are
it? What
hearing.
color was it? How close was it to Uthron? Do we
what
need
are
to
you-
tell somebody that this thing exists?
It was green and
Would 2 questions. One, would would Alar know how big like that it was like a large dragon or like an
It was
like,
curled up. So
because
probably not.
Alar, I have in my notes what I believe it actually was, but I don't know if Alar would know if it was like an ancient dragon or like
Has Alar ever seen or studied or?
he doesn't know. So
I'll leave that choice up to you.
it did not look like something I wanted to mess with.
how far away was I at this point?
200 yards. 100
Oh,
yards.
Not from the dragon, from Uthron.
Oh, 5 days.
Yeah, all right. Well, I mean, I have it written as day 8, so really 2 days away. But
Yeah. So yeah, 2 days away.
Yeah.
It was 2 days walking away, so it
so
should be
maybe
fine.
someone
I
should
doubt-
know?
I doubt they seem to have a lot of guards. They'll be fine.
There's no fucking way. There's a dragon just chilling in the fucking trees.
So
2
the
days
dragon
out,
was crazy. What's crazier was the horse with wings.
You were on
Okay.
so many drugs. No. We need to discuss this now because other people have to have done drugs and seen dragons before.
Can I insight check Alar?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm fucking doing that.
DM's like, yeah, you can.
No.
Do I roll
I-
persuasion or anything? Should I roll
I
persuasion?
thought
against
that
that?
these.
Okay.
I thought that finding the colony of undead cats was ridiculous, but now you see horses that have wings
Undead.
and
There
dragons.
is so many questions I
What
have
the
right
hell
now.
did you guys do?
I
What
was
was that?
doing blacksmith stuff and you saw cats that were fucking dead.
A colony.
This man fight a dragon.
I
She
did
was
not
playing
fight
with
it.
some furniture.
You know what? Yes, I
What the
fought a
else
dragon.
fuck happened?
No. See, this is crazy
Soda sopa.
how you said that you have seen soda sopa. It's crazy to have seen a dragon, and I was so 100% bored with the story. You saw it and you went nope, and then you left.
How rare are
Why?
dragons?
Huh?
How rare are dragons in Falbion? Or what do we know?
Yeah.
Are they like
You could
on the
probably
edge of-
you could probably assume that you guys know they're out there, but it's a myth that anyone's seen one.
It's like finding a Zapdos.
Yeah, it's like no, like I know it's out there, but you didn't see Ho-Oh fly or lose whatever was flying.
You didn't see Ho-Oh first
Ho-Oh.
episode before Next Gen even came out.
Yeah.
There is no
Okay,
way.
so Elar sees horses that have wings, and then you also see dragons that sleep and do not do nothing. And
Sure, they weren't the
have
same
I-
thing.
Have
Oh,
I
yeah.
heard
Is-
of
Stoned.
but this
horses
dragon
with
goes
wings?
no.
Make a history check.
Yeah,
So
what I know
the-
of
the
Pegasus
horse-
from religious studies.
It's not a religious creature. It's a fey creature.
So-
So I rolled a natural 20 for my insight check.
He doesn't
Oh.
bat an eye when he says it.
My
Believe it?
history
I
check
rolled
is
a it
14.
happened on my persuasion.
You've heard of Pegasus before. They're myth and legend. You haven't heard of anyone saying, "Hey, I hunt Pegasus," but you But you would have you've heard probably stories or read them or children's stories of winged horses that fly through the sky.
Pegasuses are mythical creatures, sort
What
of like
is a
dragons.
Pegasus?
Did I not say
A
that
horse
he
with
was
wings.
high?
Oh, it has a name. I tried to say hi, but I scared it.
Where did you see these things?
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
You just have to find a path in the woods and enjoy it.
Why are you so
And then mythical
aggressive?
creatures just start coming out of the woodworks to you?
Exactly. He was on drugs.
Are there people staring at us right now?
We're
No,
in
you guys
the
are at
lighthouse
Summit's
alone.
Peak. You're
Yeah.
outside of it, but yeah, you guys are in the middle of nowhere right now.
Sometimes that's how the dice roll.
Shut up.
Okay, can I
Shut
hit
up.
him? Because he needs to be sober to realize that this isn't real.
Okay, hold on. Cthulhu, just
Yes.
I believe him. But
And I think you're full of shit. And you're trying to
Oh.
fuck
Hang
with me
on.
right now.
So,
Because I rolled a 4.
so
I
a
think
herd
this is
of
bullshit.
Goliaths called the Herd of Fury, led by a person named Wrecker. You're like, yeah, that sounds nice. A dragon is where you're like, no.
yeah.
A dragon
When
with
was that?
Pegasus is flying
When was
around.
the last time that you heard of somebody seeing one of either of those creatures? And let alone, they're just a short little walk out of a very large city.
Last
only
week
thing-
when I did it.
Okay. Did you meet anybody else that saw them, or were you alone, Alar?
I was alone because I was enjoying a walk in the forest. Remember when I nearly convinced those wolves that they were nice and then Zio killed them? I have a way with nature.
I'm out of
I
this
do remember
conversation.
that. I look at Zio.
I'm pretty
I'm
sure
out of this
that
conversation.
those wolves were trying to eat our faces off.
They were,
So-
and I was just trying to feed them food, and then they attacked, so I had to kill them.
Do you have a
you
way
drew
with
your
creatures?
sword so quickly as if it was already drawn.
I think
What
you
was that,
forgot to
June?
rage.
I said, do you have a connection or just a way with animals and creatures?
Do you not remember me talking to those wolves?
Yeah, but wolves are different from Pegasus and dragons, Alar.
That
like-
is.
sometimes
There's like the wolves,
wait.
and then there's like the Pegasus, and then there's like the dragon.
Are you
I
telling
think the
me?
Pegasus and the dragon are the same fucking level.
Are you telling me that none of you can talk to beasts and leaves?
I did talk to plants
I
one
can
time.
talked to
talk
you.
to you.
It is common for
Yeah.
furbolgs
Where you
to.
at?
A little bit of Sven out of that one, you monster.
Yeah.
It is common for furbolg to be able to communicate with nature. We assimilate with it.
Do you talk to plants a
You
lot?
what?
Plants are quite boring, but animals are fun. There are more animals in the north.
Yo, tell me
Where
what
I
that
am
tree
from.
is saying right now.
Can we walk and talk at least? Just since this is getting into nonsense at this point.
I'm just saying this is bullshit.
So
Yeah, we
I
get that.
feel
You yelled it
no.
in my ear.
All in all, I feel like somebody in New Throne should know that there is a dragon less than 2 days out from their city.
it was.
I'm just
sleepy.
saying, have you heard of the ye
Does it
old
sleep
boy
forever?
who cried wolf?
No, but I have heard of the Furbolg who talk to Wolf. Now.
Yeah, I think we all know of that for bulk.
Who is
but
that furbolg?
You!
Ecclesius, if you put any weight to this, maybe you could cast a message to my mother and let her know if you guys think that Alar is not just playing a joke.
I absolutely believe him.
Well,
It was curled up, but I would not have fought it.
Wait,
Because
can
it
you
is a
give us
dragon.
a direction you walked out of the city so that Zio can relay it? Like,
I will. So I would describe the way I returned
Sure.
from the city because it was the 8th day.
Yep.
So.
It's north of the northern side of the city.
And then I will
about
take a
how
moment
far?
to. Sorry.
Sorry.
2 days.
Yeah, just 2 days travel north side of the city.
And I will relay. I will send. I will do sending to Alune Funra.
All right. I just realized you didn't say bye to your parents.
oops.
Yeah, I was going to, and then it just was like, all right, we're hopping in the teleportation portal. I was like, oh,
Bye.
Just
See you when I'm
save it.
80.
all right. Well,
Which
oh yeah,
tomorrow.
by
I'll
the
come
way,
back when I'm
Ecclesius,
hungry, guys.
tell them that
Come back to the next party.
I left and I love them.
Okay.
I'm
and,
so sorry. I'm so sorry. I
It's
feel
okay,
bad.
it's okay.
And here I go. Vroom.
Seal's
And
becoming a
I'll,
badass now, so.
And I cast
was it? Not
sending
my
on
parents.
Alune Funra.
Hello, this is Ecclesius.
I already had 4 on.
Just so you know, there is a dragon. Two days north of Uthran.
8 words.
It was sleeping. Also, Zio has left.
Love.
Thanks.
Puppy, I love
Probably my favorite spell in all of D&D.
All
25
right.
words of fucking poetry.
All right then. Well, I will look into this matter. As for my son, why it was abrupt. I look forward to seeing him once again. Welcome.
She says that she will look into the dragon, and that she that Zio, that your parents look forward to seeing you again. And though they were sad that it was abrupt, we're happy to have seen you.
It was good to see them again. It's been a while. I'm
Well-
hoping that all of you enjoyed your stay.
Yeah, it was
I
extravagant.
pushed the last little corner of the blanket back in my bag of holding. Yes.
Just steal blankets.
Hold my
Yes.
lock
So-
picks and I'm like, stupid. Door.
Can I roll a perception to see if I see that?
Sure. What were you
Oh,
doing?
No, I don't see that.
Oh, that's okay.
While this is going on,
Ecclesia stole
I just-
blankets from the Vunra Manor.
Yeah, for fun, I just forgot to tuck in the last corner. It's like
Oh,
hanging out.
gotcha.
while
Raining
this
gold
is
blanket.
going on, I just realized that my Find Steed ability takes 10 minutes to cast. So
We can.
All right.
I'm casting Find Steed.
Well, as we start to fast forward, about a day into your travels, because I feel bad about it, so I'm making it happen.
Dragon.
Zio,
Dragon.
you feel a premonition in your head, like a phone call from the ether. It goes away, and then it comes back again. Almost, it feels as if, like when you've attuned to magical items before, it has that same feel, like you're supposed to give it your attention.
Yeah, I'll focus on it.
Very well. You hear one voice, Zoomerin, your father, as he... Son, this is your father. I'm I am not too sure how this exactly works. I am here with your mother. We are at the Esoteric Assembly, and they have allowed us to commune with you through a scrying pool. And then you hear your mother, "Hello, son. I am sorry that we were away and we could not see you off."
Do I see them or?
As you're closing your eyes and you're focusing on it, it's almost like you're looking at, like when you drop a pebble in water and you see that ripple effect and your reflection gets disoriented. It's almost like that, but you're kind of imagining it, but it seems pretty concrete, but it's still in your head. It's not like you're visually seeing them.
Okay, and this is going on while we're waiting for.
This is about a day.
Foon?
No, this is about a day into your travel.
Oh no,
so
yeah. Okay.
before you go to bed, after you wake up, somewhere in there.
Okay, so somewhere in the day, I'm just gonna sit down on the ground. Doesn't matter what we were doing beforehand. I'm sitting now.
You're all rutted from owl bears.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna sit down and just kind of enter a meditative state and really focus in on this. Trying to clear up the image if I am able to at all.
Mhm.
But I'll reply, it's so good to hear from you two. I'm sorry that I left without saying anything. It seemed like Kane was eager to leave, but I'm glad that we have this time.
Zoomerin speaks. Son, I want to say I didn't get too much of a chance while you were here, but I'm very proud of you that you've stuck with what you've done and the choices you've made. And I'm happy with the company that you have chosen to keep with you. And I'm sure that Kane shares my ideology. And your mother speaks up. Yes, son, and in terms of our conversations not too long ago about the family name, just always remember that you are, with all the love in the world, our son, and we will always be here for you, no matter what choices you make or foibles you step on.
Of course, I love both of you very much, and no matter what, you will always be my parents, and I will always come home unless I cannot. But thank you so much for all the help that you provided us, and giving my friends such a warm welcome into our home.
Your mother speaks. Always, Zio. And I hope you're not too groggy from the other night, but should we have another, you'll be one of the first to know that another one of our famous parties is happening. And please, try to stay a little bit more in touch. And stay safe. We're worried about you, and we want you home.
Now that you have met my good friend Ecclesius, staying in touch will be much easier. Hopefully I won't expend all of his magical capabilities in one day talking to you, but I'm sure there might be days where he wouldn't mind.
We look forward to those days, and we look forward to the day of your return once again, even if for a short period of time. At this point, even though you're, for the most part, imagining their visage, you swear that you feel like two hands on your shoulder and a warm embrace from both of them. As you kind of instinctively give into the embrace, and it feels like there's purchase, as if you are giving them a hug goodbye. Son, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm kind of leaning my head down, kind of holding where I'd feel their hands.
Son, good luck in your travels, and we will see you soon. We both love you very much.
I love both of you too. And keep an eye on Cornelio.
Always. As you feel the connection drift off.
I'm just gonna stand up with a smile on my face. As I stand up, do a little pat on the head.
Are you okay? You just
Yeah.
sat down for 15 minutes
Like
and
out
said
of
nothing.
nowhere, we were walking.
There's a
and-
dragon coming overhead.
Uh,
You're like, what are you doing?
Damn, God damn it!
It's like in any video game, in you're in a big battle and someone's like, oh shit, I forgot to equip my sword.
Okay.
No, it's that dude in fucking Skyrim who's like, hey, can you hold on to this for a second? I'll be right back for it. And he's like, I never want this.
I was talking with my parents.
Oh, that's good. Good things, I hope.
Yeah, I kind of forgot to say goodbye, so, yeah, saying goodbye.
How did we
Thank you.
forget to say goodbye? And all of us needed to thank your parents for letting us stay.
Because
How did that happen?
God is stupid.
Do I hear that? Is that what I hear in my head?
Sure.
Your Fultus in all of your heads.
Because God is stupid.
I think it's because we're assholes.
It's okay, there will be a next time, trust me.
We will see them
there-
again.
I'm
Yeah,
glad that
there'll be
we
another
were
one.
Well,
able
unless
to
you
talk
die,
to them.
Yeah.
Next time, you tell them,
Sometimes-
please tell them we're all very grateful for everything that they did.
I'm
Even
sure
in
that they know.
this dress.
Sometimes it's just nicer not to say goodbye.
That's true.
Irish.
False.
goodbye.
Alrighty.
I do think that you have a point there, Eli.
I think so too. I didn't say bye to anyone in my tribe when I left.
Did you run from them?
I was about to say, they all want to murder you.
Yeah.
I mean, same here, but damn.
Eli, did you say goodbye to your betrothed?
Oh, yes.
That's a good
Your
question.
romantic lover.
What was her
Where did
name? Viola?
Are you gonna say sorry for the one girl that
You're
in
muted.
the swamp town?
Nick.
I wasn't saying anything. I was double checking to see if I knew I had it written somewhere.
I did not say goodbye to Fiona.
That was close.
I only say goodbye to my brother and sister, just so they could tell everyone else.
That's a weird
You have a brother and
culture.
sister?
There's so many things I'm learning about this man.
Well, it's probably because you haven't asked.
I also feel like
And I
we
haven't
still have a
said.
lot to learn about all of us.
I mean, I think we got all, like, I'm a single child.
I
Do
think you
guys
mean
have
only
family
child.
Or... Exactly. You're an only child.
What is your marital status?
Single child.
Well,
I was
that's, okay, well, we're talking about something that's completely different.
No, that is how they say. Oops, I
Well-
understand again.
You know what? None of us. Fuck you guys. And he rides off on Cammy.
And gets
Oh.
scooped up by a giant bird and he dies.
Just in the distance.
Giant eagle just.
That's what I need art of, is just a group standing there looking at Cthulhu get snipped. Alright,
You guys.
so
Should we help?
Guys!
Sorry.
So,
the... Go ahead.
oh, Ilar, the ones that you pray about that I've heard once or twice, is that your family? Or
No.
are those just members of your fallen members of your tribe?
They were comrades. Yes.
Okay. Well,
It's
maybe next camp we set up, I think we all maybe spill a little more tea. Not literally. But we just tell each other more about ourselves.
Do more into me, I see.
Sure.
Into me, I see.
like that.
I see you did there.
Well,
Yeah.
you will definitely have that time soon. But, in terms of your trip north, the 2-week trip that you're taking north is fairly calm. Mostly rainy and overcast, now being the 33rd of Bloom. As you are closing in on your former home, as night falls and comes in as the forest grows darker, June, you begin to recognize some of the surroundings and the paths that you are taking. You see an old tree that you and Luna used to sit around and braid bracelets out of flowers. And you see the beginning of buildings, and oddly enough, you see lit torches. But hear no signs of any life. You see one of the buildings on your left that belonged to the local hunter Armin, and the tables where he would prepare his most recent kill. But you still get the feeling of emptiness as you look around the vacant town. Everyone, as you walk into this very quaint and small town, you get the feeling of emptiness, where you would feel warmth and your energy breathing through your body and everything around you, you feel isolated to yourself. As some of you who had dark vision, even though you can still see in the dark, well, see shades in the dark, your eyes are constantly adjusting to the darkness as if they're trying to focus. Those of you that are casters in the group, as you try to feel into the weave, you feel its absence. As you may try to cast slight spells as in light, you can tell it takes more effort from your personal energy for you to cast, and you really have to focus on the cast at hand. Yes?
Perhaps something for you to describe. I would, looking at my inventory, and I have a drift globe, so I would try to take that out and utter, probably, let's go full send. I'll say daylight.
Very well. So as you do, it lights to daylight with no problem. As you all kind of get the, accumulation, the energy for that item is bound within it. It doesn't need the world around it to pluck the weave. I need everybody...
Does the light pierce the darkness?
She looks like she's faded. Yes, it's not magical darkness, it's just nighttime. I see. I'm saying that you guys can tell that the weave is damaged in this area.
I got it backwards. Gotcha.
There you go.
Before you
Everybody
make
make a
this
perception check.
Can I look at
about Cammy?
The first row.
Can I look at Duo?
Sure. Cammy and Duo look like they're not fading, but they look tired, even though they don't get tired.
Oh,
I communicate with her and try to figure out what she's feeling.
You
get a nat 20.
Yeah.
You again, because you can't have a conversation with her, you feel lethargic yourself when you try to commune with her.
I let her fade
and I
Okay.
kind of summon her back to the Fae.
Very well. Jade, you do anything with Duo?
Do a return.
If he's looking tired, I'm going to kind of pick him up and put him on my shoulders.
Very well. So, what do we get for rolls?
20.
20? 2?
8.
3? 4?
22.
Oh, 22.
22.
15.
All right, those of you that got over 10. As you approach, you finally hear some life in the town. As you hear rummaging going on in one of the nearby buildings. As you crest over the side of one of the buildings and you begin to investigate, you see 2 men walking out of a building carrying cases of what can only be to your eyes as supplies. Almost as if they're looting. As you all begin to try to take action, something else catches your eye. As you see almost apparate, not out of thin air, but almost like in a movie where someone's standing there, a bus goes by and they're gone. Similarly, you see a figure walk out from behind the well that is in the center of the main square, where you swear that there is no one standing there. It walks out freely. Not a person, just a humanoid, gray in color from head to toe, with glowing yellow eyes. Body completely without clothing and naked, but with no aspects that would depict gender, almost like a mannequin. This humanoid has no mouth, and only the ridge of a nose and no nostrils. The creature approaches the 2 humans that are leaving the building, and as they drop the supplies and they begin to go into a readied stance to try and attack the creature, you see a flash of gray light, and then you see that creature on the other side of the humans. As they both fall, you can tell that their heads, their capels were rotated.
As this is
As
happening,
I finish my description, you see a flash of light and energy and movement. As the creature is now positioned behind them, that humanoid, now wielding 2 blades that seem to be conjured out of force itself, it stands up and apparates these 2 blades away. The 2 figures do look like they were commoners. As it begins to look around the village curiously. What would you like to do? Yes, Alar, you had something you want to do right away.
What I wanted to do is, while I was seeing this guy murder these people, I wanted to turn off my drift globe.
Good call. Good call.
It's like, oh fuck this is going back inside my pants.
I would like to do the
Yeah.
most hastiest of sneaky sneaks. I want to do a sneaky sneak behind the biggest tree.
So I say you guys are all kind of around a building. I would say I picture like Scooby-Doo, like you're all like
What?
if
There's
is
some art for you, Shay.
everybody stealthing?
I am
actually-
going
Sure.
to
I don't know what the
turn.
fuck's going on.
Well, I just described it.
You missed.
Well, I'm saying. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Oh.
I rolled a 2, so
Oh.
Okay, well
You're
you
just
saw
like,
everything I just said. So
never mind.
You just didn't know they were
Um,
commoners.
I am actually okay. So I would know traveling with Cthulhu that he has like disadvantage on stealth, and he is loud AF.
Nope,
Correct?
not anymore.
he's not that way anymore.
Not anymore.
No one has a disadvantage on stealth
I
anymore.
would. So I
If
and
I'm
Zio
wearing my
also
armor,
was.
I-
Okay, so
Let you finish.
Zio.
Hold on,
Still
let me
is-
ask everybody. Zio, you have splint armor. You don't have disadvantage anymore.
Split armor does have disadvantage
Does
on
not.
stealth.
In D&D Beyond, it's
think
considered
Anthony-
heavy armor.
In the book, it doesn't.
It's heavy
It's
armor.
because D&D Beyond has
Oh,
its
I'm
own
thinking
rules.
of something else. No, it doesn't. It has
Scale
nothing to do
mail?
with this.
I could have sworn. I know scale mail has disadvantage. I wouldn't be wearing it traveling.
I'm thinking of
Just-
studded leather, not splint. So those of you that had splint on, I meant studded. So
Oh,
you
okay.
you made studded leather armor for Ecclesias, not splint, because he's not, so studded, not
Do
splint.
you have?
Cool.
Do you have studded too, Cthulhu?
Nope.
So you
I
have
have
splint.
I have a cloak that gives me advantage on stealth, so I have straight.
Straight
Okay, Zio.
Zio's the only one with disadvantage, and Alar isn't wearing
Okay.
his armor, so it doesn't matter that he has disadvantage when he wears it.
Okay, so I would make myself and Zio invisible.
Okay, so as they,
Ugh.
I am going to touch the tongue to the roof of my mouth, and I message my tongue buddy, and I say, I'm going extra wide, okay? I'm going into the forest.
We have to speak in order to use the tongue buddy thing, right?
You can whisper. He'll hear it as a whisper.
Okay.
Fucking flavor, man. God damn it, go with it.
Well, it is important if you're trying to be quiet that you have to talk.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting across. That like we can't just think and then message each other.
Oh right, yeah, I would whisper it.
Okay.
And then I would stealth off a little bit wider than the group.
Very well. Important note: Zio and June, are you staying with the party, or are you guys doing something else?
Quick question.
Can you answer that one first?
It depends.
No, make a definitive statement. God damn it.
Well, where the
do you
fuck did
wanna
everybody
be a
go?
target of this
Uridan is
AoE?
like
Uridan is the only one that left. Did you stick with the party or not?
what is like the nearest building?
The one you're standing next to.
Then I would just kind of duck behind that, and because invisibility is a touch spell, I would have Zio's hand and I would pull him with me.
Very well. Everybody make a stealth check.
I wanted to ask, do these things remind me of the ghost that fucked me?
No, they seem completely different.
Okay.
Sorry.
I get advantage because I'm invisible.
You actually don't, but it's harder to detect you.
Do I still have disadvantage then?
Yes, you do. But again, it's harder to
Okay.
detect you. Because stealth checks, like, you could roll a 48. I'm not going to tell you that, yeah, they don't see you. You're just going to assume that you're very hidden. So,
You can still hear someone, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alar.
15, surprisingly.
Okay. Ecclesius.
Well, I have a +8, so naturally I have 12.
Okay. June.
9.
Zio.
13.
Okay.
Uridan.
Hey,
Good for me.
see you all.
26.
Okay.
Damn.
Can I hide behind you?
Thank God he hasn't asked me.
I think tongue buddies are gonna stick together, and we're just gonna watch everyone else die.
The most our own campaign.
Yeah.
Ecclesius, what's your wisdom, and then what's your passive
Tongue
wisdom
buddy.
right now?
My passive wisdom is 14.
And what's your wisdom modifier?
1.
Okay.
+1.
So it is proficiency. I just need to know if that came into proficiency. So, if everybody would open roll 20, please.
Damn it!
And the thing I was talking about was I forgot Jay has a
By
camera.
the way.
Jay has a camera, and I forgot to like change people's cameras. That's the wrong battle. Battle. I need to fix everybody's cams on here now.
So while we're doing this update on the cams,
Right?
I will remind everybody that we have a community Discord that we are all currently hanging out in the closed chat, of course, but we have open chat. We have a bunch of stuff that you can see art that you can vote on the next Exploring the Archives. If you missed any of our in-person live sessions where a few of us flew out so we can all be together, we had them all uploaded to the YouTube where we had the big fight with our first arch nemesis, Vovek the Bestowed. And they're all on there. You can see all of our custom Hero Forge kit bashed minis painted in all of their glory by all of us. You can see a bunch of really cool artwork by amazing friends and people in the community. And become one with the Spork army. Arm yourself with the knowledge of our passions.
Arm yourself with a sport.
For we are a collective of creative curators who pour our passions into Dungeons and Dragons.
Get ready to
Follow
feast with the Spork army.
Get ready to feces with the Spork species.
I didn't say that.
That's
You
not what I
did
said.
now.
It's really fun watching the pictures just move on the stream. Like they're
Yeah.
moving around.
Yeah, bear with me because now I have 6 cams. This will take a second.
Also, and while this is going on, I won't announce it just yet, but we do have a goal because we have a road to 200, hopefully getting to 200 followers, and once we hit that goal with all of your help, we have a special, almost kind of giveaway thing happening. It might sound misleading. It's supposed to be spooky in general.
Be scared.
Yeah, be scared, be very afraid. But we're really excited for a bunch of the little projects that we're throwing together. And yeah, hitting 200 is our goal, and we can't do it without you. So if you have any friends that you want to into the Spork army, send out those feelers.
Yes. Recruit your friends. Tell your dads and moms and
Tell your
Just your
dad.
dads.
Yeah. Tell them all.
your, your moms might frown upon us.
Why do I feel
feel
like there's another thing
Depends on the mom.
that I was missing? There's like another there's a
Website?
thing.
Website?
No, I mean, yeah, I can't just. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Arcane Archives. We are a collective of creative curators that pour our passions in Dungeons and Dragons. If you like what you see, we have all of our episodes backlogged to YouTube with our Ink and Well with Nick and Eddie showing creative writing and the whole fantasy aspect. We have our one-shots of random one-shot stories DM'd by various people. We have all the Falmium episodes that you can catch up so you know what in the heck is going on. And we have the Arcane Archive soundtrack because we make all the music that you hear on stream in-house. So head over to the YouTube, hit that bell so you're never behind in any of the content, hit subscribe, and give us a like or a thumbs down because even bad publicity is good publicity. But in all honesty, it's good to hear feedback from everybody else. Tell us everything they hate about it, that you thought it was better, that it was just art and not Jake's face, which you'd be in the minority with that opinion.
That would be fucking hilarious, though. Like, how long we gave him shit, and then it turns out nobody wanted his face.
That's what I was missing. For everybody that's been here since the very beginning of the Arcane Archives, Nick always used a Tumblr, and Jake was just depicted as the fine art by June, aka Jess herself, of Zio Vunra. So there was always a thing that said, you can't use it anymore. That when Jake got his cam, Nick was going to have to burn his Tumblr. That might be some good content. Lighting that leathery, terrible idea.
Pile of booger snots.
Leathery and plastic. I'm going to get lung cancer for this.
Yeah,
No problem.
All worth it.
For using it.
Worth it. Check out the battle map for behind the scenes in OBS Streamlabs.
Oops.
But while I'm going to burn some more time, we had a fun and very inspirational meeting with everybody at the Arcane Archives, and we're going to tighten the schedule of everything. These next few weeks, we're going to have some fun one-shots as well as new ideas for streams just to keep you guys entertained. So yeah, make sure if you're not following already, hit that follow button. That way you'll know when we have all these cool, juicy ideas that we're going to throw out and test run. One little sneak preview is that I'm going to put myself out there and I'm going to try to do it, even though it makes me super nervous, but I'm going to try to do a live stream of making a fantasy composition from idea to hopefully finish. So we have a lot of fun ideas to try to throw those out there if you guys want to hang out and see everything behind the scenes being created, which would be fun because then when you come to our Friday streams like tonight and see the chapter of Falmian, you'll see everything that went into it behind the scenes with so I don't want to give away too much. This is just a kind of a time killer as we're rearranging stuff now that Jake has a cam. But we're really excited about all these cool projects coming up, and everybody's got like a really big part of putting them all together.
And also, I do want to toss out there, just also pay attention to our other media platforms like YouTube and stuff, because some things might go directly to those.
We have talked about that, yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me get some
so excited.
battle music in here. So,
oh, shit, we gotta go red light.
I think you all need to go red light, and importantly,
we didn't roll initiative yet.
Roll initiative.
Red light
Okay. Also, I'm seeing not that map.
Me either.
I know. Give me a second.
Guys,
doing a lot.
God,
faith in the
God
DM.
damn it, God.
I'm rolling the big one.
Should I roll?
Let me hear that
I'll
Shumble.
roll the big one too.
Oh, we're all rolling the big ones.
Are we all rolling the big ones?
Oh, I need to
Fuck,
get
I shouldn't have rolled the big ones.
Importantly, this is what it looks like. I know I've described it to all of you.
That thing is literally terrifying. Like, I would rather face the dragon.
Goodbye.
This is Ryan Reynolds.
What?
Never mind. Never mind.
I'm not scared of that.
The fuck?
Yes,
That's
it is.
so fucking accurate.
I thought it was the size of what he put on the map.
You were wrong.
I was
No,
like,
it's
yeah,
like-
goodbye.
See you latersville.
Big Die didn't do me bad.
All
Big
right.
Dive fucked me in the ass and called
Sorry to everybody. Did you guys talk about the website?
Yes.
Talked about all of the fun stuff
We
that you
talked
can
about all
find.
the stuffs.
All the links are in the doobly-doo, the website, the YouTube, the Twitter, the Instagram. Don't you dare touch that die.
Are you sure you want me to not? Because I just rolled a 1.
No,
Keep that die.
Keep that.
Dude.
Keep that
Don't probably
die.
come before me.
Well, I do need to do this though. Come on, both
You
of them.
do.
Come on, there we go.
Hey.
Curious how this.
That one looks
your
kind of pink.
Your tank is not in the initiative anymore.
Look at that. Look at that production quality.
So sick.
Alrighty.
I love it.
25 to
that's awesome.
20.
Love it.
25 to
I love
20.
it.
21.
What did I got?
Halo.
Also 21.
Who has higher
Ooh.
decks?
Who's
I
bigger
do.
decks?
Yeah,
My
he
deck is-
definitely does.
Plus 5.
Yeah, that's.
I definitely
20 to
do.
15.
15.
June. Zero, can I assume that you might have rolled lower than a 1? 15 to 10.
11.
It's just not said. We can see it.
I can see it.
10 to 5.
7.
God
What'd you-
damn it, Zio.
Oh no.
What'd you get,
But
Jay?
you can't have lower than 1 initiative, right?
Well, he has his dex mod on top, so what is...
I rolled a 1 minus 1.
He actually goes
Oh.
first before you.
Oh my god.
He has a +2. Oh, that's funny. What
Who's
the
gonna
fuck
point
is this
out
thing's name? All right.
The fact that both mentors told you to look out for me.
He's looking
Well,
out.
then
for
don't run
Rebecca.
away from me.
She's
Right
holding
now,
out.
Go sooner.
everybody in a
Do
10-foot
something
radius
sooner.
has. Okay, so everybody that's in this little square has a +2 to saving throws.
Oh fuck yeah.
Wait, how? So, oh, because your aura.
So,
Yeah, my protection aura.
at the top of the order...
Ooh. Nom nom nom.
All right, so I can describe how you guys are getting into a battle. Anybody that rolled below 12...
Shit.
Even
not invisible.
it doesn't matter for you and Zio because you're clumped with everybody. They didn't detect you specifically, but the other two people you're standing next to were heard.
We're in the
If
back.
you run off, you have better things. He knows the area where there is enemies. You're in that area, so if he nuked it, you're getting it. But he hears something over there as he and he extends out 2 motes of force as he gets 2 swords to his hand. What would you all like to do? Or sorry, Erden, what would you like to do?
Cry.
I know of his position, but I'm gonna hold my action
Okay.
until he makes a move towards my fellows.
What's your held
An
action?
Attack action.
Okay, at the end of Erden's turn, Alar.
You did.
Yeah, I want to double check something. Is there anything about stealth while raging? It doesn't say. That said, I think what I'm gonna do. How far away is he? You said he brings out 2 swords.
Yes.
Yeah.
Made of
Okay,
almost force. The bottom of them is like a silver metal, and then the almost like a lightsaber, but
What I'm going to do then is I am going to rage. Yeah, I'll rage, and then well, no,
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm not within range to hit him either, which is annoying. I can't move my character.
This map is awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
It is very awesome. I wanted to move.
Why does
probably
Jeremy? Oh, that's funny. When I was doing a playtest with Volvek, which is why these are all you have it now. I gave Bowers the ability, so he was the only one that could move them.
Oh, nice.
I don't
Well,
think
it's
any
been-
of us have the ability. So
I know. I'm getting all of them.
He's working on it.
Yeah, we got it.
So I'm going to move there while raging, and then I am going to hold my action. So if he comes close to me, I am going to attack him.
Okay, what is your held action?
Attacking him
Okay,
if
with.
he comes close to me with my greatsword.
So, all right, everybody should be able to move.
I have I have my shield and greatsword out.
Very well. At the end of Alar's turn, June,
Wait, can you have a great sword and shield out at the same time?
he can.
Oh, that's impressive as fuck.
That's what his sword was. It's a
He has
steel
a
cord.
windshield.
It's a steel cord mithril sword, so it's heavy enough to still be a great sword, but it is light enough to wield with one hand.
That's amazing.
Yes, June.
I was talking about his joke, the windshield joke.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna go here. How do you do the arrow thingy?
It's
That
the
is-
little ruler. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 below the. Stop it, Cade, and Erden.
I was about to say.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed. Okay, so I actually am close enough, but I did dash to get over to this area. I'm still invisible, and I guess it would be up to you if me trying to speak with it telepathically would be an action or a bonus action
It tells you specifically it's an action.
for me to speak with somebody.
I believe so. It says right in your ability whether it's an action or a bonus. I think maybe you use an action
Yeah,
to say
okay.
they can speak back.
You're right. I use it mostly out of combat. Okay, then yeah, I will wait there.
Very well. At the end
Invisible.
of June's term, Ecclesias, actually, because I have him and never use them. Where is invisible? Invisible. All right, Ecclesias.
Well, I am going to
Oh, you too.
shit in my britches because the people that I was with the Vovek fight are now only missing.
So I am going to. I'm just gonna dash, and I don't think I can use Bardic as a bonus action, so I will do my. Oh, it is a bonus action. Okay, so as I run my full 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I get under this area right here? Is it like an overhang? Or does
Yeah,
it
a
go
little
around?
overhang, sure.
So 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. As I run past Alar, I just want to be like, you got this! And I'm going to give you a Bardic Inspiration. So D8 to any roll.
Very well. All right, then Ecclesias' turn. Cthulhu.
Leroy Jenkins, let's do it. Alrighty, so yeah, I'm gonna use my 30 feet, which is, so you said this is like an overhang right here?
No, those are not. The other one that he
Okay.
was. Yeah, there you go.
So I'll use my 30 feet to get right next to ALR. Is he 30 feet away from me?
No.
No. Okay, so I use my action to get
Closer.
closer to there, and bonus action I compel duel.
All
He has
right.
to make a wisdom save, 13 or higher.
Fails.
He has disadvantage on any attacks that are against other people, and he has the urge to fuck me up.
Oh, nice.
No
is gonna
different than when
be-
you started.
Very well. Is that the end of your turn?
So, wait, sorry.
This is so good
I
with
use
my
another 10
abilities.
feet to walk away. Boink.
Okay. End of your turn?
You run
Yep.
up. Hey, fuck you.
All right. It flies 40 feet.
Oh, fuck!
And as it...
Alar?
No, just right up to... it almost extends its arms back behind it with its feet like together as it
Oh, I see.
up to Cthulhu as it plants its feet on the ground, and it looks at you, and then it strikes you twice.
Well, two
You-
arrows hit it in the back.
Okay, roll to hit. Well, 2 arrows might hit it.
Yeah, no, they do.
I almost want to cast Sending back to Zio's mom. Forget the dragon. There's a sting.
It's my third natural
I know
20.
this, please.
Jesus.
Damn.
So 31 to hit. Yes, that hits.
And then the second one. Oh, not so much. What is... does a dirty 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so... And then I will... yeah, I'll just use normal arrows. So the first one... So that's 16 for the first one.
What kind of damage?
It's just piercing.
16.
Yep, and then the next one... 11.
Alrighty. So as both of these arrows, they hit his back and fall to the ground. They don't even sink purchase. Alrighty, so as it flies up to Cthulhu, it takes 2 swipes at you. 19.
Meats.
And then...
So,
18.
Misses.
Alrighty. On the first hit... Yes?
oh, I was gonna say, if you are raging, me and another creature you can see within 30 feet of you takes damage, you can use your reaction to reduce that damage by 2d6. So I'm gonna...
He'll need that. You take 31 points of force damage.
Oh, goodbye.
Roll 2d6.
Minus 9. I rolled a 5 and a 4.
So you'll take 27 points of force damage.
So, this is the first time using this. There would be like, I guess I don't know if we decided if you could see the spirits.
Sure.
But
Yeah, so
you would
if,
certainly
yeah.
feel. Yeah.
So what happens is, as it makes 2 swipes, 2 green ancestral guardians kind of swoop in and deflects one of the blows just enough to not have it hit vitals. As as those blades hit you, you feel like the force comes out of you. And as those ancestral guardians stop it, it again looks at you, Alar, and that's the end of its turn. Zio.
All right. Is your compel duel spell something visual that I would have seen?
You would have heard him probably say the same thing when he casts it, so you know it's casted.
Okay. So let's see.
It would probably just be me yelling, "Come at me," and running away. That's all I've done, ever.
That's 30 feet of movement. And you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and use my action to dash. Oops. Can I
Do the
remember how
dash.
to work roll 20? That's another 15 feet of movement. And I think I'm going to have to burn my action surge. Since, you know, didn't do that at all with Vovak.
You still invisible?
I believe I am, yes.
Yep. When you attack or make a spell, then you'll drop out of it.
Zio doesn't know that. And yeah, so I am going to reach my hand up and grasp down as my brand new flashy longsword appears in my hand. And I'm going to swipe down at it and attempt to cast Green Flame Blade.
Alright, roll to hit. Oh, you'll have advantage because you're invis.
Oh, yeah.
Flash of green light.
Roll these
Bam.
guys. Okay, does a 24 hit?
That'll hit. Roll damage. And you cast Green Flame Blade on it?
I did, yes.
Okay. I hope you remember what we talked about because I honestly have no clue. So just please remember the rules
Okay.
we talked about
I
'cause I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember what we discussed. All right. Wow, that could not be worse. And then one of
Awesome.
these guys.
Worse than 0?
That's going to be 11
-1.
points of damage. So it's going to be 5 points of slashing and 6 points of fire damage.
Alrighty. So as you swipe down, you come out of almost the ether as you're invisible. As you swipe down on it, it kind of puts up one of those blades of force as it deflects it a little bit, but you catch off the top of the knuckles as it looks down and it looks at its own hand and... Go ahead.
All right. Then I will use my second attack to slash across it, coming back with the sword.
All right.
Oh, that's damage, not rolling to hit. Yep, it just does damage, right? That's how my thing works. Hold on, gotta. Nope. Hey, natural 20.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go faster. I think that's the wrong card, but
We can still do it now. I'm so
yeah,
excited.
I'll figure it out eventually. So that is, ooh, very good on damage. 21 points of damage, slashing.
21 points of slashing damage.
Correct.
Kate. Star powering it up.
Oh,
Alrighty.
actually, I rolled 2 dice instead of doubling it, so it should be 1 less, so 20 points of damage. I rolled an 8 and a
Okay.
9 plus 4.
Anything else?
Nope, I'm just going to sit there with my shield up, looking at it. I'm going to actually,
Yo.
I'm going to look over at Cthulhu and say, don't worry, I'll protect you.
Nice.
Alright. At the end of that turn, Uridin.
Does that little cart thing business have any obstruction to my shot?
What cart thing business?
These barrels or whatever they are?
Yeah, so give him half cover. There's also a tree
Okay.
right here.
Okay, so
Actually, he'd have full cover from where you're standing.
Okay, I'll move over 30 feet over this way.
Very well.
Oh yeah, it would help if I use the right selector. Wait, what am I doing? How do I play this again?
It's okay. I
Been a
still
while
can't
since
figure out
we
the.
used
I
roll
can't
20.
find the ruler.
It's the
thing.
one with the circle
Fourth
with
one
the little
down.
thing off of the top right. It's like the fourth one down from the. It's the
Yeah,
fourth
to
one down
move.
from the pointer.
In the
Yeah,
top
no,
left
I
of
know
your
that.
screen.
No, I'm telling Jess. There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Also, I drew some lines. I don't know how to get rid of them.
I got it.
You go to your arrow.
I got it. I got it. Keep going, Eddie.
I can't move Erdin, but
Oh, god damn it. Bowers.
On this table
There
playing
you
where
go.
we just move toys.
This is the fast-paced combat
So-
that we.
We got it. Let's do this. Let's murder this.
yeah. So I
ninja.
run to that bush that I was tickling over here.
Do it.
This winter.
Move
I
it.
run there.
Move it. You got it. You got
I
it.
tried.
Now.
Ashley Bush.
Do it
Hey,
again.
look, I can move my guy. So I do that.
Okay.
On my way there, I shoot him.
Very well. Roll to hit.
Shoot.
Does that's probably not gonna hit. 16.
Misses.
Get-
Right over the shoulder.
And then the second shot. Does 19.
Yes.
Woohoo. What?
Oh, I was gonna ask, would I notice where Erden is in firing these arrows? Is that something I would perceive?
He did just
Yeah.
run by, right?
Relatively. You know the direction he's in. There's too much shit in your way to directly see it. Because there's like barrels and trees in the way. But you would know that he's around that tree.
Okay.
And then since I missed one, I'm gonna action surge. So the first damage is 14. So and then 2 more attacks.
Alright.
Does a 17 hit?
Misses.
Damn. Does a 26 hit?
Barely.
Oh, cool.
Just hits.
And that is 10 damage.
Alright, as both of these arrows. Like he's made of solid muscle. And they aren't even piercing his skin. Anything else?
But does it he's not even reacting to like any pain or anything? Does he like flinch a little bit? Like, do I know if I'm doing damage or is it like?
You know what I've described. I can't say, yeah, it's still doing damage, or no, it's not doing any damage. He seems curious
Okay.
every time he gets hit.
Get the extra pointy tips.
And I should.
All right. Alar.
Yeah, that's it.
Alar, you're up.
Okay. Sorry, I wanted to see if something was, if that is, I think that's fine. All right. Anyways, so I am going to let me find my guy. Move up to him. I'm gonna stand right there, so that way I'm not in Oregon's way. Am I in? Well,
Are you in range of it?
the other way, so that way I'm not in Oregon's way, or whoever else might be behind me.
Or meta?
And
Literally everybody else.
Go ahead.
I was considering Orden. I'm sure Alar would have been.
That's fine. You'll
smarter
still all get
and
hit. Go.
consider-
Yeah, there goes all my
He has to
AoEs.
hit Cthulhu. What I'm going to do then is I am going to recklessly attack.
Very well. Okay,
On
advantage.
this turn. Oh wait, do I already have advantage because I'm flanking him?
Yes.
Okay, so then I won't do reckless attack. The first creature I hit with an attack will have disadvantage on any attack that isn't against me. So note
just me.
that. Well, you basically, but that's why compelled duel. This hopefully will work really well. And then also, Cade, if I hit him, and that creature.
Let's hit him
then
first,
hits
then
you.
we'll talk about
Okay,
it.
yeah, fair enough. 2 attacks. That is natural 20.
Nice. That'll hit.
First one.
All right. Second one.
And then on this one, I am going to use that inspiration. Oh wait. No, I'm not, because that is a 19 to hit.
Hits.
Yep. That wasn't meta calculation at all. And in that case, then for the first one, I am going to explode, of course.
Okay.
That's why great swords are so great. That's a 4 and a 2, and then a 4 and a 1, so that's 5 and 6, which is 11, plus my modifier, which is plus 4, which is 15, plus another 2 from rage, which is 17 for the first attack.
17 damage.
Yep. On the
Nice.
second attack, it is 7 plus 6, 13 damage on the second attack.
All right.
And then...
So as you make these two strikes, again, when you hit, they like...
Because I rolled a natural 20, a critical hit, on your turn when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature's 0 hit points with one, you can make one melee weapon attack as a bonus action. And I have a bonus action. I'm going to do that.
Go ahead.
I think this is going to do nothing, but anyways, we're going to try it anyways. That's a dirty 20 this time around.
Hits.
Ooh.
And that is 7 plus 6, 13 points of damage.
Another 13
Again.
points.
And I'm kind of... The way I would describe Alar attacking is he's making sure he's keeping the momentum of the great sword moving. So he's making these like swinging motions. And then he would also say to the creature, in common, "Who are you?"
Very well. Anything else, Sailor?
I think I've just used every single ability I have. He's going to have disadvantage against anyone he attacks if it's not me.
Very well. June.
Yep.
I am okay. So I did read it more. I would have been able to talk to it, but in order to give it a response, that's an action, which is what I want to do anyway. I am gonna do mind link with this creature. Therefore, for an hour, it has the ability to respond to me if I speak to it telepathically. And I'm still invisible. And
Hold on, let me look at invisibility.
I haven't taken any damage, and I haven't cast or done anything.
The spell ends at the target attacked or casts a spell. It's called Mind Link.
Which is a ability. Mind link response.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So, still invisible. I speak to this creature. And I ask it, which is funny because Ayla just asked it. But I will say to it, who are you and why are you here? This is my home, and I don't want to hurt you if I don't have to. You can respond to this message.
As you do that, it looks up, and then you get the sense that it's looking right at you. It stops and looks right at you. Anything else?
Can you see me? No, that's my action.
Ecclesius.
Under my breath, I say, they're all together. I can't do my moves. So I am going to move 5 feet or 10 feet up, and then I want to pull up my wand of magic missiles and I'm going to cast 5 charges on it.
Okay.
Which is going to give me
15.
or I'm gonna no, because I actually read it wrong the first time. First charge, first charge does a full magic missile, which is 3 darts. Every charge above that adds another level, so just adds another dart.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think you can send 34 darts at him.
One charge to do 3, and then so I'll be using 3 charges to do 5. So as I shoot them up, and the plumes of pink sparks shoot up and then dissipate, and they just turn into like little mini boomerangs, and they go flying towards him, and that's going to be 3. Oh my god, they're so hard to grab. 7, 10, 12, 13, plus 18 points of damage. That's the 13 plus 5 force damage for each one.
Alrighty. And
does it seem to make it react at all?
Again, it just looks at what happened curiously, then looks over at you.
Alrighty. And then I will use the rest of my movement to get unbeknownst to me closer to June, and that's my turn.
Cthulhu.
Hey, let's do this, lassie. Alrighty. I am going to do 2 melee attacks, and both of them are going to be inspired. Inspiring Smite at level 2, both of them.
Alrighty.
So the first one to hit could be better. 24.
Hits. Complains about a 24.
Oh yeah, with a +7. And another, that would be 19.
Hits.
Baby. Oh. Okay, cool. So he takes. I'll roll the radiant damage separate. So he takes 18 piercing damage. And then radiant damage, do features and traits. Okay. And then 2d8 each attack. So that's a 4.
He's probably like, what's with all the red? What's happening? Battle stations!
So
the wolves.
He takes
They are coming to help us.
16, or not 16, sorry. 15 radiant damage on top of that. And then I'm also going to, when those hits happen, a little bit of gold flows into him and pulls out. And bonus action, I'm going to heal myself with... God, I can never fucking find this spell.
No, your shit.
Inspiring Smite, which is the healing one, in Divine Smite. So I'm gonna do 2d8 to heal myself.
Do it.
1, 2. I get 3 hit points back.
Swish, swish, stab. It is not that complicated, Cthulhu.
Yeah, that's all I do. I get 3 hit points back.
Alrighty.
Nice.
So
very like when I pull it out, it's
very well. Again, like you're hitting a wall of force. It does take a step back. All of you get an opportunity to attack.
yeah. No.
Is this with advantage?
Nope. Not flanking it anymore.
I'm not sure if I even want to take this.
It's up to you.
Fucking take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
What,
Shouldn't have
Nick?
taken it.
You're muted.
You muted.
As the first time, you guys told me I was muted many times today, and that's the first time that I actually
19.
forgot. I
Nick, you're
10,
muted.
which definitely
Will miss. Cade?
Yeah.
8 or 19.
Hits. Zia?
He
How long
takes
does-
9.
Natural.
How-
Natural 1. Roll damage.
Fuck!
How long does
Peaks!
the inspiration last
Bro.
for?
It's gone. You already. It's an hour
It takes
For what?
9 damage from
for your
me.
bardic inspiration. All right,
10 minutes.
10 minutes. So like an hour of combat.
Yeah.
Or 4? No, like 9 hours of combat.
Cool.
All right. What's your damage?
13.
As you go to swing and you hit Cthulhu in the back of his right shoulder. Alrighty, as it
Sorry.
steps back and it takes
Somebody take
the
it.
2 blades of force as it goes to like almost like if you were gonna hit a drum, but it meets purchase with almost the air around it as it. And I need the 3 of you to make dexterity saving throws, please.
You guys all get a +2 to your saves.
Don't forget about
and
range.
Read it,
get-
please.
Do any of you
I'm
have
guessing
anyone that has heavy armor has disadvantage?
I can see this, correct?
Yes,
So,
but it is not a spell.
Do I even need to roll again?
I don't think it
Natural one.
matters
No.
if it's a spell or not.
So.
Does it say effects?
Danger sense. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see.
Yeah, I would say you have advantage then.
And then +2 to that.
Am I in range
17.
of that?
No.
Cool.
All right. Well, 11 with advantage and +2.
Alrighty.
17.
All right. You all
Be bardic
fail.
inspiration too.
Do you want to do- You can
Oh, wait,
try. It's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Do you want to try?
No, I'm not gonna try.
Do you want to try?
So I go down here. is what
Doesn't
you're telling
work.
me.
That's
Alrighty.
14 then.
So all of you
That should have been the
take
prediction.
42 points of force damage.
I'm out.
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll 4 d2s. DM.
So
Heads.
when the
That was
creature
all of
hits,
my health.
It's not a melee attack. It's an effect. What
but it doesn't
Super
specify
effective.
that.
does it say?
It says the first creature, blah blah blah, has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against you.
It's not an
me,
attack. It's an ability.
And it's an ability. Yeah. Right.
Cthulhu, you actually dropped a 1 hit point as you like this energy like rattles your brain and you feel your mood drop as you come back. You're like, whoa.
So Orcish Fury.
Yep. You don't get a choice. When you hit 0, you go to 1. So.
Alrighty, cool.
All right.
So then I do.
Zio.
Or that's Relentless Endurance. I'm sorry. Orcish Fury. Could I hit him with a melee attack? if
Nope.
I'm 5 feet?
Alrighty. So Zio is unconscious and Alar, are you unconscious?
42 damage. No.
42 force damage.
Yeah. No.
Okay. You are still
no,
up.
fine.
And it is going to. Let me look up one thing. Okay. Yeah, so what you see as it does that, and Zio falls unconscious.
Before, is it too late to use my reaction to use Spirit Shield? For
You already
Zio?
used your reaction to hit him. So yes, it is. Alright, so as he does that, Alar, you take a great bit of damage. Cthulhu takes an intense amount of damage. Zio goes unconscious. Cthulhu almost drops but comes back. As he does that, his arms drop, and you see him stand there. And it seems like he's having a conversation.
Oh.
And it continues. And you see you can see his eyes shifting, pondering. And after about his turn, he comes back and looks back at all of you. Zio, death saving throw.
Me already. I rolled 2 natural ones in a row, so that statistically can't happen again, right?
Okay,
Different dice.
okay,
You
Travis.
literally have like a I don't know,
Uh,
collection.
I rolled a 10. Do I add my con?
Doesn't matter, it's a success.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Well, my con's +0, so.
At the end of Zio's turn, Erden.
Yeah, so after seeing that atom bomb go off, I run over here. But then as I run, I shoot him twice.
I rolled a hit.
Fucking natural 20.
God.
Let's go.
Get it?
All right,
Gotcha.
I'm using it now. So as you shoot that, he turns and points the blade at you. He forces you to reroll.
Oh! Damn.
I can't do reverse rainbow lights.
Fucking fuck.
Just turn all your lights off. Just
Well, that's silly. So that is now, does the 18 hit?
barely. It still hits. All right, actually, don't do that because it's a live stream.
What's happening?
A bit.
And then the second one is a 24.
That hits as well.
Okay. And then for the first one, I'm just gonna use my seeking arrow on him.
Alrighty.
So I just like shoot it off randomly, and it hits him anyways. So he's gonna make a dex saving throw.
Did you have to make a bunch of
Fails.
Goldine arrows first before you got the seeking arrow?
Oh, dope. All right. So
R/whoosh.
I'm looking past that. That's so for the first one, it is 11 plus 6 is 17 damage.
All right.
And then 14 for the second arrow.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Woo! Hunting damn!
Hey.
I was
go.
planning my retreat strategy. I was like, we haven't done any damage to this guy whatsoever.
I feel like as I'm running, I would put both arrows in, notch both of them, and then when I release the first one with one finger, it has like a lightning charge through it, and then the second one goes right after it, and I feel like they both hit. Like the first one hits, and the second one just pushes it deeper.
Very well. So
Cool.
as you and you send both of them, one following the streak of the other, as it's still looking at you with that blade. As they touch the tip of the force blade, you can see its visage start to waver, as where it would meet purchase in its chest, almost like teleportation. It and the being disappears.
You
Cthulhu,
guys,
Zio. And then I would go and check not only the spot where the beast was, but I would also go to the two dead people.
Very well. And
You
on that, if we can decide what happens after, we're going to take a quick break. So, don't go too far, everybody. Thanks for sticking in. That was a longer combat, or a shorter combat, but it was late into the first part of the session. So don't go too far. We're going to take about a 10-minute break, and we will be back. So see you soon. Enjoy the slideshow and the fun of the music and the art. See you soon. Don't go anywhere.
Everything we do is
When did that
scripted.
die?
What are you talking about?
So
When did that die?
scripted.
Clip it. When did that die? Fuck.
And I'll say avian.
Someone. What happened? Who did that?
That
What
was my
in the
fault.
Who
fuck?
did that? Who
That
did
was
that?
my fault. I was turning her down and hit the wrong button. That's totally my fault. I'm so sorry.
Did you just
I
boot
need
me?
that clipped now.
Did you just
Yeah.
boot me?
It was on
Hey,
accident.
Eddie?
Shay, if you're still in chat, can you mark that timestamp
Edward.
for somebody?
Alrighty. So, as we return, as you are all left in the quiet with two corpses, what would you all like to do?
I run up to where the being was.
Mm-hmm.
I as well. Just to
Okay.
see what the hell was.
I'm asleep.
I'm already.
No, we'll say everybody's rested up. Everybody's rested up.
Sweet.
Okay.
Do
I
I
want to do a quick scan for anything else while they do check the bodies.
Okay.
How many H?
Just
How
put
much
one.
HP do I have?
You're just up.
One. Got it. Cool.
Is there a body?
No, he disappeared.
I'm gonna kind of like sift through the dirt where he was, and I would like to do an Arcana check.
Very well. Disadvantage.
Is there any way I could assist? Well, I guess not, because I'm not magically inclined.
June, what did you find? What was that thing?
And I'll look around at everybody else.
Whatever 8 gets me.
8. Looking around, you put your hand in the soil. and it's incredibly dry. It's almost like if what Miara told you is true, that the weave not being able to support the life around here, it is zapping nutrients out of everything.
3 things I would like to do. Sorry.
I need 58 mirrors.
Tiberius. Hashtag CR.
So one I would like to look around, perceive the area, see if I see anyone watching, anything else of note around.
Sure, make a perception check.
From the center thing. Then
We'll do that first. We'll do that first.
Okay.
It's low that we were both on the things.
14. Let me double-check.
Looking
Yeah,
around, you actually meet with a pair of eyes as you look over to the body that's Kappa was detained. It's just like,
oh. You.
No.
me.
It's following me.
It's human,
It's
right?
following me.
It is a human.
Okay.
It was.
Then I would like to investigate the bodies, see what's on them.
What are you
what
looking
they were
for?
Carrying.
Sure, investigation. You can just
yeah.
find it. Never mind. They had glassware, nothing ornate, old. I'm gonna say eating utensils. What is it other than silverware? It's not silver.
Basket.
Cutlery.
Cutlery.
The
Thank you.
basket.
It's not. No, it's not a kit. Like cutlery, like spoons and knives.
Sporks?
Yeah,
Is it a
some dilapidated clothing. Yeah, just random shit.
Okay.
That was in the
any
crate
rations?
that they were taking?
Yeah, like they had 2 crates they were walking out with.
Okay.
Any
Any
rations?
No,
Okay. And then
they'd have
finally-
some on them. Probably like 3 rations.
Okay, so I will take the rations, and then I will cast Detect Magic.
Very well.
will-
I need you to make an Arcana check as you try.
All right. I would
Well,
say
yours. Sorry.
I would be. Oh, I'm gonna sit there. Sure, I'll sit there on the ground, cross-legged, and I'll be like, I feel the pulse of the wave around me, and it tells me what I see. And then Arcana check.
Cool.
For the first time ever, Alar knows because it's a natural 20.
Oh,
Which
shit.
translates
So many
to, in
natural
case if
20s.
you're gonna be an asshole,
It's not an asshole. It's how the rules work, Nick.
Plus.
+1, so 21.
Okay, you fail. Because you call me an asshole.
How the game works.
As you do,
Don't fuck with that
as you
weird
cast Detect Magic, it is so absent of anything magical. Your allies light up like Christmas trees, but it's so wavering, and you feel like yourself is even lighting up as magical just from the slight innate abilities you can do. But as you do, you get like a ping, and then you get another one, and then another one, and then another one. As you're doing that, Ecclesias, what were you doing?
While they were all doing that, I wanted to walk close to the group, and I wanted to cast. Oh my goodness, pardon me. Aura of Vitality.
Awesome.
But we can continue with Alar, and then I'll describe that real quick afterwards.
No, I actually do that now.
Okay, so as I walk up, frantically, I'll kind of like get close to Zeos on that. He fell first.
If you stay within 30 feet of me, just let me.
And then I'll try to calm my breath, and then my like coat starts to like float at the tail a little bit, like, and then there's just like a really quick flash of like a lime green, and then woo, and then just a bubble like really translucent before it goes invisible. And but mechanically, I pick one every turn to do 2d6. So if I can just do that for each person, and then I'll just roll it and then say later.
How
Okay.
long is the concentration? Like a minute?
A minute.
Yeah. So everybody goes back to full health.
it's
what
only
I will
2d6 for each.
Yeah, but you're doing it for a minute, so it's 10 rounds. Everybody can get back.
And
to
I
full
don't
health.
need any.
Yeah, everybody can get back to full health. It's easy enough for you to
Okay.
be like, you get it twice. You know, you're good.
Thank you, DM.
You're welcome.
What school of
you,
magic
Ecclesias.
were those pings?
It was conjuration and then it fades. But Ecclesias, as you're casting that, the aura that's around you, you feel like waning in, and you're like fighting to keep it, as it seems like the area is like zapping you of whatever innate weave abilities you have in you. Can I have everybody make a perception check?
This place is not safe.
At 20.
Balls.
Nice.
We
So
have a lot
21.
of those tonight.
21. Okay.
Yeah, no.
I had to switch dice. I'm really upset. I bought a set of dice for June, and they're really pretty, but they roll like poop for me every time.
Alrighty.
Who's
So,
rolling poop?
Jess.
You can picture it.
June, rather. You're the only one to notice. As Alar, you can tell he's like looking around because he's feeling some premonition. As you look on the top of one of the buildings, there's one of those creatures again. You look to the other building. There's another one behind you. You look in the woods, one walks out. It's about 10 around. And before you can say a word, what apparates right in front of you, because you were looking in that area, the one you were fighting, only knowing this because it's holding 2 arrows, as it back into existence in front of all of you. As it looks at you, and it looks at all of you.
Right.
And roll initiative.
Oh god, I almost pooped.
Ready to die.
I'm so close. I'm way too close for a wizard right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, if one of them can do 42 damage, I think you're all dead. There's 10 of them. 420 damage. Alrighty. So,
This is when we leave.
what you hear as it looks at you, June, and you hear in your head, what language do you speak again?
I speak Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Kori.
Alright. You hear a language you don't understand, and it waits. And then you hear a different language that you still don't understand, and it waits. It's not like no mouth, as it tries again.
Telepathically.
Yes, waits.
Okay.
And then finally, you hear in common, who are all of you?
I respond back telepathically while kind of like holding a hand up slowly to like the party members that are to my
The
left.
collective.
I'd say, this is my home. I came here to find out what happened. Who are you?
We are many. What has happened to your home? And Uridin, as you're still kind of like, what's happening? You hear from behind you in common. You don't hear it from behind you. It's in your head, but you get the premonition that's from one of them behind you. It's like, please lower your guard.
I will slowly lower my guard and like turn and face the voice that spoke out.
As it's the one standing on top, and it's almost standing like Frieza, like 1 foot right in front of the other, arms at its side. As the one speaking to you, June, looks back at you. Again, what has happened?
All I know is that everyone is gone, and there's a tear in the weave. Again, who are you?
We are many. Why is this tear happened?
What does many mean? Many what?
Please, aid us. Why is this tear happened?
I don't know. I
And
came here to find out.
you see them all looking at each other, and the one in front of you. Your home, yes? Her home. It was stated, her home. Was this your home?
That's what I said.
I'll turn to
This is all
Ecclesias.
telepathically, right?
Yeah. I'll turn
Yes.
to
Yeah, I don't know
Ecclesias.
what's going on.
I'll just hold my hand out. I'll be like, "Hey, easy. They're talking in our minds."
Cthulhu, the one that's talking to June, looks at you, and you hear in your head, is this your home as well?
I try to like grasp where it's coming from.
No, it's the one like walks
Yeah.
right up to you.
No, I'm from Kit Verdon.
You would all hear him say this because you're not able to commune back. June was just able to do that. That's far off. Too far off. Not his home. Why here? You're all here. Your home, but no idea how. Why?
Who are these people?
Is it talking to me?
You'd
We
hear this,
are-
yes.
And a group of adventurers that, wait, do you need help with something?
Yes, solving. But what? Where? Why? How long have you been here? The one finally focuses back on Ecclesius.
We only just arrived.
Your home too. Looking at you, Ecclesius.
This is a home of my friend.
Shakily, I kind of motion to June.
Do you know what happened to your friend's home?
I do not know. I have theories.
Theories. Theories, yes. Guesses, most likely. What do you know? What do you wish to know? And
It asks me.
Was this an artifact like the disc? You are beings of the weave. You must be. Can you feel this rip?
as
Do you
you're
know how
speaking to it, it looks at the one of the others, and its head's moving like it's having a conversation. Then it looks to another. You can feel that you kind of lost its attention. It kind of it looks over at Alar. You, detecting. What did you find? Anything? Absence? Nothing is something. What did you find?
Conjuration?
Conjuration.
Us?
Conjuration can't be conjuration. Nothing can conjure.
What did they do? Why did you kill them?
They intruded. Answer's not known. Another one floats down next to Zio, and this one speaks to you. You. Family. With them? Yes?
In a way.
Another one floats behind, or the one that was talking to Erden floats behind you, Erden. Safe. We are. Purpose.
My purpose is to, yes, protect my friends. Are you from this plane? This home?
As it's looking at you, it kind of goes back to rigid again as it looks over to the one that's in front of June. It looks back at you, June. You. Your home. Yes. Unknown answer to what has happened. Prepared to find out or discover solution?
That is the plan. Are you? And I'll kind of look at all of them. Do you work for Mistral?
What?
Name. Not understood. Don't understand that reference. We are many. We are connected. Binded. Guardians. Detectives. We find what must be repaired. Unsure. No name put to. As it looks at one and it disappears, and it looks at the other and it disappears. It does this individually as just so the one is left. Safe. Yes?
I don't know if I'd be
I
able
hope
to do
so.
this, but I would try to listen to my spirit guardians and see if they sense these things.
Just roll a d20 for me. Roll percentile die.
Oh, this is getting juicy.
Confusing as fuck.
I got a banana.
I got my tinfoil hat on.
I got a banana.
Do you
I
need a
nearly
banana?
knocked over my stout rolling that. That's why tumblers are so useful. But anyways, 87.
87.
No more.
Unfortunately, as you look around, you're not able to commune or see or get any semblance of them around. The one looks at you, June. Leaving. We must. Your care placed. Back? Maybe. eventually sometime.
Wait, are you here? You said repair.
Damage found. Understood that you know. Yes. You're home. You'll repair.
I don't know how.
Hmm.
Can you fix it?
Unknown.
Can you fix it now?
Cause not found. You will discover. Other matters to attend. This one already sought at.
Do you guys work for a god?
Need to get to the page so I can say the thing. Sorry. It looks, as it looks at you, God, no. Serve none. Looks at you. We are Algorith. Together, detecting. Algorith. Protection under. You are. Discover anomalies. Fix and repair. So long.
Are you?
And
Okay.
it takes a step towards the well, and it looks back. Soon. And it...
There. Oh, wait. Nope, never mind, guess there isn't.
Can I, DM, in all of my year of being where I'm in the Esoteric Assembly, what I've heard, not necessarily of the specific name, but anybody talking about entities that almost act as like timekeepers or something like that, or anybody that like theorized, or even like people like philosophers like speaking about it, or is this just totally crazy?
This is
Ecclesiastes
batshit
right now?
nuts to Ecclesiastes. The only thing that you can understand is there's a lot of powerful things out there, and in your semblance of knowing pantheons, magic, it's only safe to assume that somebody out there, when something fucked happens, that someone comes to fix it.
Oh, this is so cool.
Can I have all of you make a perception check again?
Yes.
Finally.
That was another net 20.
Oh
Same
my
for
god.
me.
Same
Yeah,
here.
get those lights
And
going.
another-
Three nat
I
20s.
don't know how to do that.
Another 11.
Turn the lights off.
11. No? Okay.
Who has...
Oh, I rolled a 19.
Who has over... and Shay's gonna be mad in a minute. Who has over 15?
Me.
Alrighty. Those of you would notice, sitting off to the left, sitting on one of the chests,
Oh, no.
you see a
Sorry.
purple tiefling, male this time, white hair,
Uh,
with horns that curl back, dressed very similarly to the one you ran into at the Snowdrop Inn. Red velvet, almost suit, sitting on a chest, and on its the left side, its legs are crossed over one of another, and on its left there is one ornate box, and on the right there's another ornate box. And it's sitting with its hands over its legs, almost, if I can, it's like this, waiting for you.
I'll look at the others that I'd imagine we were all just kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
And
Where did those creatures go? They just kind of disappeared.
I will take
Do
a
you
few.
guys see that?
As I take a couple steps forward.
Yes, I do. Can you hear us, stranger?
Of course I can hear you.
Jesus Christ, where?
and
Uh,
who might you be?
Name's not very important.
I think they are.
I-
NOTV.
That's a strange name, my friend. Where's that derived from?
I understand that
Uh,
joke. Your friend over there sees no need in names.
How do you know that?
And yet he has one.
For those that need
This
them.
is.
Have you
Where-
talked with my clan in the north?
No.
Damn it!
Why
Who
are you here?
and why are you here?
Well, semantics of why I'm here. But a gift produced, and it holds both boxes open and clicks them both open. Can't really see from where you guys are at what's in them.
I will walk to the one on the right.
Well, he's holding them.
on the left.
He's holding them out in front of him.
I will walk to the
Yeah,
one on
I'll
the right
get
and
closer.
look to see
All
what
right. So do you all walk closer?
I'll
Yes.
stay back. I'll just be a little
Cautiously.
more cautious.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
watching our surroundings.
So as all of you walk up, there are two what seem to be brooches or pins in them. One is a dagger, and then the other one seems like a wave. And it says, the dagger or the wave.
I'll take the wave.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Dagger's always good.
You're just gonna take it without question?
One choice for all.
What do
Why
they
are we
mean?
doing this?
Oh, now you ask.
Because it's interesting. You're interested. And the choice is destined. The dagger is nice. Always can go with the wave.
But who are you? And
Divine
why
sense.
did you tell us?
We
Detect
have
good and
weapons. We
evil,
don't need a
undead.
dagger.
It is not undead.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure, you can. Just so you know, Arcana checks not like detect magic. So what are you looking for?
I want to check if this person itself is magical and also the items that he's trying to give us.
Right, but how? Because it's not detect magic. I can't just tell you something's magic. Like the
Um,
Arcana. Just to explain
so-
what Arcana is
Can I
before you
just-
explain it, is Arcana's like your like lore of magic, looking for runes, stuff like that. So what are you trying to look for?
So I guess my biggest thing is that I know that there's an absence of the weave here,
Okay.
and I want to see if there are like poles at the weave from these the person.
I
and
understand
the
what you're
item.
going to look for, and I'm going to deny you your check because that's detect magic. That is an Arcana check. You're trying to sense
Ecclesi-
magic. What do you do, Ecclesias?
Sorry.
Alar, is there any way you can, pardon me, stranger, can you look at these and detect some sort of magic from this? Can these?
I need to rest a little bit before
The
I
figure
do that.
speaks and says, not magical, but the choice be made.
Why?
What
What
he's
is the
answering my question.
consequence if I take one?
No consequence, just a decision made.
But why?
Because you need.
Why don't?
More importantly,
I'm gonna
because you
look-
want to. Try to stop speaking
gonna-
over each other. If someone's speaking, wait. Because it's a destined choice. And one, more importantly, you wish to make.
I just grabbed the wave.
He's
Do
just
the
like,
symbols?
we have weapons. The way.
Wait, he was saying to grab it, right?
He was saying to grab both. He was saying, the wave's nice, but you can always go with the dagger.
Well,
I
he,
cast
he was saying to choose.
No, he's giving us both.
He's saying to choose.
Yeah.
He's telling us to choose.
Wave.
Do the symbols look familiar?
They look like a dagger and a wave. They don't, just a simple dagger and a wave.
Okay,
Alar
just-
grabs the wave.
As
I grabbed the wave.
he closes both of them after you grab the wave. Interesting. I would have thought the dagger. And then
Yeah,
you can
me
tell
too.
it looks off to the left. Yes.
Can I inspect
Detect magic.
the wave?
What is going on?
Sure. Just looks like a silver brooch that is in the symbol of a wave.
Does it have a pin to pin to my chest?
Yeah.
Ecclesias kind of scratches his brow.
I thought that with the time with me, you would have known by now that it is not safe to grab random objects. We have no idea what this does.
He said that it was not magical.
And all
I
thanks
could
to you,
have
sir.
checked that if you would have waited.
I mean,
That's right.
he seems trustworthy.
You are an idiot.
No, I rather to believe in people than be cynical. I have a question. Are you with the faceless things?
No.
Do you know what they were?
As much as you do.
Have you had dealings with them with your time here? How long have you been here?
time. That's up for discussion. Not long.
Interesting.
Do
Now
you
and
know
then
what
are not
happened
very
here?
different. Not sure. Yes, Ecclesias.
While this conversation's going, Ecclesias is just not blinking. I want to take down a mental note of every fine detail of this person's, any weird button symbol, any scar, blemish, freckle. I want to imprint this person's image into my mind as best
Very
as I
well.
possibly can.
Very well. Noted. The only facial thing that, I mean, other than it being a purple tiefling, like a dark purple tiefling, is you see one scratch on its left cheek.
What is he wearing?
He's wearing a
A red
red
silky-
velvet suit. And Zeo, Alar, was it Cthulhu? Uridin.
Uridin.
You would all... This looks like the exact being you talked to, except a
I
male.
had a natural 20 as well.
For...
The
Perception.
perception?
No, I'm saying that the person they talked to at the Snowdrop Inn, this looks like the exact same person, except that their gender is different.
Do you happen to have a deck of cards on you?
No.
I wanna
Should
pay
I?
attention. Oh, sorry.
You look familiar.
Familiarity. Interesting.
Have you ever been to small inn called the Snowdrop Inn?
More than likely.
Have you ever been a female?
No.
I was going to ask, can you change your appearance?
I'm sure if I tried, I could.
Do you have a sibling or a twin?
Many. More than to
Oh.
count.
Are you a member of a guild or organization? We've met someone that asked us to draw from a deck of cards, and it seemed like people drew the same card every single time.
Odd. Most people choose the wave. Not so many for the dagger.
I have a quick question.
That's
Yes.
not what I asked.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
Ecclesias wants to become incredibly introverted and try to focus on his own emotions. And the thing that I want to see if I can pick up is that when living things are around each other, like people, bars, and stuff, there's like an innate feeling of like the physiological experience of being around another being. I actually want to close my eyes after imprinting that image in my mind and see if I feel anything weird or nothing at all, or if it's just innate.
As you close your eyes, you feel those around you. But kind of like if you were in a room and you closed your eyes, you can kind of just feel someone's presence, like you're describing, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Doesn't really give you. He doesn't give you a sense of a presence.
I take a mental note of that.
He is. I'm very confused.
How can we help you?
You've already done much, and I'm here to help you. He stands up and he looks at Alar. Your choice. Should you wish to revert?
I think that is a discussion we should have, not just act on a whim. Remember the sword that you kind of just took upon and we had to fight a Goliath and stuff?
That wasn't because of the sword.
Please, answer. Would you like to revert to the dagger? Dagger's nice, but you can't go wrong with the wave.
I've had too many problems with daggers.
So it is.
Um,
As this being pulls out a journal, and very similar to the last being you ran into, it flips to a page, and you see, again, like a T column, wave and dagger, you see everything checked on wave as it makes another check and closes its journal. So the only ones that would remember, be like, oh, damn, that would be Alar, Erdin, and Zeo. All of you know that because they brought it up, but I'm just saying, like, they would be like, oh, shit, same thing.
I cast Detect Magic at this point.
Okay. As you cast Detect Magic, same as description I gave to Alar. Nothing magical on this being.
Did we go in the same column I don't know. I don't remember personally, but we're
Yes, the card you drew is the same. Remember that it was a T column and everything was the same, like whatever, 7 hearts. I don't remember the exact. I think it was 7 hearts. You drew that, and then same with this one. Everybody chose wave, it seems.
okay.
As it stands up, well, I must be going.
Safe travels, but I don't think you've really given us any advice. You said you would help us.
Yes, destined.
Or
Well, I look forward to that.
Destined for
yeah,
you.
what are we destined?
You're
Wait.
destined.
What am I destined for, or what is the collective destined for?
Your choices be made.
As as one or individual?
Together.
Huh.
Do you follow a god?
No.
What do you follow? Morals?
Semantics.
I
You're
hate
a
them.
mathematical person.
No. We follow semantics.
Who is we?
Now that is the right question. But one you need to find.
Who's
I
the
did.
one we need to find?
Yourself.
I
Fuck.
have myself. I have my family around me.
And I wish you well. Be safe. It doesn't seem like they're upset with you. Seems like they're here to help you.
Can I approach this stranger a little closer than I was, a few steps forward?
Sure.
I want to change into, not change, my disposition becomes a little bit more like a car salesperson. And I was well, I'll act it out as I walk up.
Well, stranger, you have given us a great gift and much to ponder. It seems that you like to play a betting game of sorts, and me, I love to do that myself. But you know what is really fun? Is giving a breadcrumb just to see if it alters what you are used to seeing. If everyone has been checked off in the book next to the wave, what if you did something different and gave us just a little bit, little crumb, so what it might do, or what the dagger might do different than a wave, or something like that.
As you ask that. Very well. So, should you choose to the dagger? Or stick with the wave?
I'm pinning the wave to my shirt at this point.
You aren't the only one that gets to decide this, Ayla. I hate to say it.
It's a little late for that. He did choose already, so.
And he looks at Ecclesius. Free to choose. Change your choice. What is your destiny?
Wild card. I know.
It's your destiny. Now what is it? Must choose. Choosing to not. Again, semantics.
Semantics, dagger, knife. A knife can be useful if pointed in the right direction, but it can cut yourself if facing the wrong way.
Choosing
What
that.
if we choose the dagger?
Ecclesius, you are a pacifist.
The dagger does not mean necessarily that it is about the weapons of fighting.
Does the
You
dagger
just-
look ornate?
It's like a sim. It's the pin's about yay big, and it's like pewter cast. Both of them are kind of pewter cast. They're not super fancy. I mean, they're a little fancy. It's not like they're gold and but it is just a simple, almost no line works.
How
Can I tell
many
what metals
lives?
these are made out of? Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
What'd you say,
I was gonna
Cade?
say, can I tell what metals these are made out of?
They're pewter.
Okay.
Hear me out. How many people's lives have been stolen by a dagger compared to a wave that can crush an entire civilization? One is not necessarily benevolent just because one is made to harm. Because a dagger can seriously protect you on the road. It can cut a branch. It can make firewood. It can do many things. I am not suggesting we switch. I am only suggesting that we at least look at both sides. We both know, or we all know, we will not get more out of you, stranger. So, let's just consider both options.
I did. And I have a javelin, and I have a hand axe, and I have a greatsword.
And this
I
isn't
think-
all about you. I hate to say it again.
Why? I'm very curious.
I think
Why
June
do
should
we
decide.
need a dagger?
Why do you
But-
need a wave?
He,
don't
he
need a
turns to June after you say that. Choose or not. Both is a choice. The dagger
Michaela has
or the wave.
So you say that this choice doesn't help us. It seems like it's just a statistic in your book.
And your destiny and yours.
Is decided by a pin that we choose.
Again, semantics.
I will go up to Alar and I will unclip the wave pen from whatever you clipped it to. I will put it back in the box and I look at this guy.
So you go over. I'm sorry. You walked up to him,
Yeah, so I grab the pin off of Alar.
right? And you walk
I
back
put
up.
it
He'll open
I-
the container that is empty. Do you put it back?
I put it back.
And then he'll
And
open
I
up both,
say-
and he'll extend them both out again.
If neither of these aid me in any way or my friends in any way, I choose not to play your game. You don't want to tell me who we are. You don't want to give me any information to make me trust you. Why would I take something from you?
As it has, it's both out again. So, choice not to choose.
I chose the brooch. Can you write that down?
Wave or the dagger.
June, I think this should be your decision. This is your home. And not to make a choice is a choice, and one that I will stand by with you. But like I said before, if we did not make it back here, would you have regretted not taking the chance? So is this a decision that you will be comfortable with as we move forward? Will it not distract you from the road ahead? Will it make you look over your shoulders wondering what if? Just consider this, but I have your back with whatever you decide.
If I can chime in, they're not my style. I don't want them. That's it.
These are cheap.
They're not magical, and their craftsmanship is shitty. I could do better.
Is the craftsmanship shitty? Because I didn't think they looked.
It's just normal.
Yeah.
It's not like it was made for a king, but it's not like it was made with sticks.
I said what I said. I said Cthulhu stays, but I said
I just think that a hasty decision is such. Hold on a second.
As he goes to check on the wolf in the background, the being speaks. Time, well, moments passing. A choice not to choose, then.
Why don't we all say at the same... Nah, it's a terrible idea. Well, for Discord, I mean. Let's say why we all say what we're thinking at the same time, but it would just be like...
I choose the brooch, but I'm gonna let you keep it.
I am literally gonna punch you,
I'm gonna put both hands out and I'm gonna grab both at the same time. I'm gonna hold them in front of me and I'd say,
So,
if not
as you go to
choosing-
grab both, they won't come out.
and I'll look at him and I said, So if not choosing is a choice, why is not choosing both also a choice?
There's always a choice.
Semantics.
Ecclesias says it out loud.
And what if I choose both?
So there are rules.
No rules. Just destiny. A choice be made. But a choice
the choice
with a
is both?
decision.
June, focus on how this is making you feel.
I'm getting
you
upset, is what I'm getting. This person is giving me no information as to why they're here in my home, who they are, and what they want. They just keep talking about destiny. I'm here to figure out what happened. How is a brooch and a choice of a dagger or a wave supposed to help me? And you guys are seeing June actually visibly getting upset at this point.
June. Nothing
Yes.
is magical about this.
And which makes it all the more upsetting. I
Exactly,
don't know why are you here? And I look at the tiefling.
Because you've made it so.
June, do you recognize the wave? Does it look like anything you've seen before?
I look at the wave. Do I recognize that?
Make a history check.
Half the fun of D&D is figuring out what's a roll.
15.
15. As you look at the wave, the first thing that comes to your mind is the word serenity. You also glance over to the dagger. First thing that comes to your mind is Tajit.
I'll edit this part out.
Die.
This could be fun.
I'm gonna turn to the group.
Say something.
And Alar was the one that asked me if it looked familiar. I don't know if familiar is the word. The wave makes me think of serenity, which I don't feel at the moment. The dagger makes me think of Tajit.
Well, as much as I like Tajit, I'm a big fan of Serenity.
Semantics.
Is Serenity someone we met, or is that just escaping me?
That's where I was gonna go. Yeah.
I've never
Would-
met anyone named Serenity. I thought of the feeling.
We should get in touch with Tajit. I can let me try.
I feel like you guys are worrying too much about names. It
Well,
I
we
feels
have
like
also
those
it
just
things.
makes
thought of it
sense.
because he had a fancy dagger.
And we're worrying about all of us as one, not just making a choice for everybody, Alar, okay?
Then let's
Would you-
vote. Okay? Because part of me doesn't even want to play this game, but if we're gonna pick one, I don't want to be the one that just picks it. Alar shouldn't be the one that just picks it.
That was my biggest thing, the whole thing.
We will vote. So, raise your hand if you want to pick the wave.
Hey, we can all do that now.
Yeah, we can.
Three, all right.
That was the
Raise
wave,
your
right?
hand if you want to pick the dagger.
My tail raises.
Not you.
And raise your hand if you want to pick neither.
They're kind of ugly.
Both shitty.
Wave. Nothing can beat the dagger.
Wait, did you say 3 of us voted for wave, 2 of us voted for none, and then that doesn't mean, and then
I was the
One
lone,
voted for
I was the
nothing.
lone dagger.
One dagger, 2 for nothing, 3 for wave.
And all for the show.
3 to get money.
Profit.
Thank God we didn't tie on that.
I think that we will get some more information about who this person is when we make our choice and decide that we want to sit here and watch them leave.
Or I can cast a spell to make them tell the truth unless they fight it.
So we just voted for the wave.
Yeah, the
So
wave
I
won.
presume we're going to pick the wave.
Yeah, that is what we have to go with if that is majority rules.
Okay.
I pick up the wave and I give it back to Alar.
As you,
Thank you.
and when you do, he
Pin it back.
not like violent, not like it just
Snaps it.
closes it, and he takes both, and he puts them in his coat pocket. Seems like there's a large, not the breast pocket, like the lower part. Puts them in. Opens up his journal, and Alar would be on the left, and so would June. So the rest of you make a perception check.
Nope.
Fucking bad.
Oh,
16.
I don't know which one to go with.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, 2. All right. Jeremy?
Did unnatural 20.
All right, the 2 dirty 20s. You see the first page, which it says the wave and the dagger. He flips and has another one, all filled with wave. He again and closes the book. He's like, "Well, I wish you luck. I couldn't hear what they said. It seemed important, as most things are. I'll see you all again, and good luck to all of you."
I just want to sit there and stare at this guy,
Mm-hmm.
see what he's doing next.
So he walks probably about 10 feet to the right, the building that you guys are leaning up against. He opens the door and shuts it.
Some bitch.
$20 says he's going. 20 gold says he's going.
I don't want to open these doors because I feel like those creatures are gonna chop our heads off
I will
if we do.
open the
I
doors.
will
As
fucking kick the
Ecclesias
door
looks in, you see footsteps that you see like the scuffle on the inside where someone walks in, turns around, shuts the door, right, and then you see 3 footprints, and then they vanish or they dissipate. There's like dust and stuff on the ground. And as you see that disappearance and wonder who this is, that is where we're gonna pick up next week.
Fuck.
2 weeks, actually.
2 weeks.
How long did we deliberate about a dagger and a fucking brooch?
It wasn't
Okay,
just
how
You know
long did
what?
we
If you
deliberate
call
and
it
then
Bruges
you-
one more
it's
time, I'm
because
gonna
you-
care even less about your opinion.
Any information?
Brooch?
Who the
Sorry.
fuck is this guy? Why are
No.
you here? What do you want?
All good
It
things
is
for
more-
exploring the archives. Thank you, everybody, for joining.
People don't learn names.
Well, on that
That
note,
is
a couple
very
things to
fun.
thank. Thank you, an anonymous gifter, for gifting a 1-month tier 1 sub to Paulina93. Welcome to the Sport Card, Paulina.
Yeah.
We also have a resubscription from Jag at tier 2 for 9 full months. That's a sub, baby. That's a full sub, baby. And then
baby.
thank you, Senior Explosivo. Explosivo?
Explosivo.
Explosivo, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying yourself. And yes, for everybody that we did not announce it earlier, but we will be back in 2 weeks. Next week we'll be running a rerun, or we will be streaming something other than the continuation of the Uthranian chapters of the Arcane Archives. So we will be back 2 weeks from today. Which will be the 3rd, I believe. It will be the 6th. So we will be back for chapter 39 on the 6th of August. Yes, Jeremy?
I was just going to say that we will put the scheduling up of our new shows and dates on our Instagram, and as well as the website too. So check the website out and the Instagram if you prefer that method, because we'll put scheduling and updates to come. So if it's a one shot we're going to throw in, if it's going to be a different game, you'll be the first to know about it.
Let me find somebody to raid here. This is a longer session I thought it would be, not gonna lie. Sure. Mute. All right. So they seem to be in a new one of their own. Doesn't seem like they're normally live on Fridays, but we are going to give them some love. They have a really cool overlay on what they're doing.
Cool.
But I will put them in there. Make sure everybody hops in there and you give them some love. Make sure you follow them. As well as you tell them hashtag Spork Army. So, like I said, exciting things are coming, Shay. Thank you, Jag, again for that 9-month sub, baby, which is awesome. We will be back on Tuesday for the next episode of Ink and Well, featuring Nick and potentially others. And we will be back for Exploring the Archives on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you all tag in to see that. Make sure you all go over, give Tracy Ramone some love. Really quick, Jeremy?
I was going to say, if you want to vote on who you want to talk to next Wednesday, in our Discord, we have a survey, so you can vote for who you want to have their brain picked. And when you hop in a chat, you can ask anything you want.
Character related.
But just a final reminder, we will be back on the 6th for the next chapter of the Arcane Archives. Take care, everybody. Much love. Thank you for all the love you gave us today. We'll see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.